guys, how are you doing? Friday, May 16th, 2025. Already getting some storms impacting southern Illinois. And these storms formed in Missouri. They made their way here a little bit. Some of them are still over in Boot Hill, part of Missouri. But we do have a tornadic storm to our north that has been looking pretty ominous the past few minutes. In fact, it was warned just right before I hopped on here. Live chat is open, by the way, on Facebook. I understand that may not be able to tell every location where you're at, but we'll tell you this, that what I have seen so far, the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center really hit the nail on the head. We've seen tornadoes already in Missouri. We've seen hail up to the size of softball. In fact, there's a storm in the Boot Hill, Missouri right now, just south of Cape Girardeau, that is producing not only a large tornado, it's on the ground, but also has hailstones the size of large apple to softball size. And it's had that hail size for a good hour or longer. So we are seeing some stormy weather here. Let's go ahead and talk about the tornado watch first and foremost. This was issued, about maybe an hour, 2 hours ago. So tornado watch in effect until 10 o'clock. Let's go over the threat information. Several tornadoes are likely. Widespread hail up to tennis ball size likely. Widespread gust up to 80 miles per hour likely. I mean, the wind threat, again, includes Wayne and surrounding counties. Marion County, which is not in the watch, but is in a separate watch, though, until 7 o'clock. We're talking about 7.5 million people within the yellow shaded areas: Indianapolis, Evansville, of course, Fairfield, Effingham, Champaign, Paducah, Carbondale. So, well, actually just outside of Carbondale, I'll take that back, but get a pretty wide area here that's included in the watch. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the radar here. And we're just going to give you the big overall view of this as we take a look here, as this is what's going on right now. And as we could look at the radar, we do have some storms right now to our north and to our south. It has been quiet in Fairfield, but again, I would like to mention that this area that you see circled right here, all this is untapped. And what I mean by that is that we have not seen any storms here today at all. And we have these clusters of storms over to the west. We've got a tornadic storm to the north, just south of Newton. And so we are actually seeing these storms move into our area, move into our region, and yet you still have, again, this untapped area around the Evansville area. I know it has been a little bit overcast, but so far, anyway, it's been quiet here in Fairfield. Let's take a look here at the storm closest to us here, and we'll kind of work our way around the horn. This is a tornado warning issued for Jasper County. As you can see, Newton is in that tornado warning. So there's Newton right there. There's St. Marie. There's Hunt City, Willow Hill. You have Highway 49 that cuts through here. And then you also have Highway 33. And notice how this cell has a little hook with it, as this, actually this hook has developed over the past several minutes. Now, this cell has had a history of rotation. When it was over in the Edgewood, Laclede area, southwest of Effingham. But right now, it is really cycling. It has now gotten stronger. Now, so far, radar indicate a rotation. This is at the Evansville radar site, Gibson County over in Indiana. And as you can see right here, here is the rotating part of the storm in this area right here. So again, here's St. Marie, here's Willow Hill, here's Hunt City. As for the communities outside the tornado warning polygon area, here's Oblong, here's Stoy, here's Robinson. If you know anyone within those areas, may want to give them a heads up about this. And you can see, we see a little bit more, look like the warning has just been updated. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this here. We take a look at the warning information. It has gotten stronger. And again, that's until 4:45. Time right now is 4:33. By the way, Facebook Live, it is public, so you guys could actually share it if you're watching live. I see we've got some people tuning in. I appreciate you guys' support. But it is, it's available to the public. It can be shared. I'm also on my YouTube channel at Derek Dunn 89. So as we see right here, southern Jasper County, northern Richland County till 4:45. Again, this is radar indicated so far, but we have seen a hook develop with this, and we do have some rotation associated with it. Nothing confirmed on the ground yet, but it does bear watching. So we got Bogota right now, should be in that Bogota area. St. Marie, about a minute away from now. Willow Hill, about 440. But again, that's just to the north of us. But for Jasper County, not far away at all. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Again, if you know someone who lives in that area, may want to tell them about this storm that is shown. Again, a little bit of rotation with it. If we have a rotation couplet, it's right here. It's where it's at right now. At the moment, we can zoom in a little bit. And I would like to mention, this is actually just west of Highway 130. So you have Highway 130 that cuts through here. You have the curve, and there's the cell right over the Shamrock area. There's St. Marie. And then you have Willow Hill at the top, and you have this road. Again, it's the Highway 49. It's more like a country highway for this stretch, but then it becomes Highway 49. But still, I know there's people that travel on that road. That's the way to get to Moonshine, by the way, if you know what I'm talking about. Home of the Moonburger. I know people that travel that way. So, again, that is over in Jasper County. Let's go ahead and zoom out. We take a look at we go back to a storm over here. Just to the southwestern part of Clay County. That one has severe thunderstorm warning with it earlier when it was passing through Nashville, northern Jefferson County. That one is starting to weaken. We do have some stormy activity, some storm activity, I should say, as that one is over to our southwest. So we do have the city of Benton underneath a severe thunderstorm warning at this time. Let's take a look at the details on it. And one trend that I'm noticing with these storms is that right now they are actually traveling about 55 to 60 miles per hour. So these storms are moving at about highway speed. So as we take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning for the Benton area until 5:15, at 4:33, a severe storm was located near DuQuoin, moving east at 60 miles per hour. It's a radar indicated threat. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust at quarter-sized hail. Locations impacted include Benton, DuQuoin, Pinckneyville, Christopher. You get the Red Lake area, Cesar, Valier, West City, North City, Buckner, Hannaford, Ewing, and St. John's. Also, I-57, if you know someone that's traveling down I-57, Highway 37 as well. Well-traveled highway. Also, you got Highway 148. I know some people take that way to avoid traveling on 57. So again, got some major routes within the severe thunderstorm warning. Again, tornado watch remains in effect until 7 o'clock. Now, that's referencing to a tornado watch that was issued about noontime for the St. Louis metro area, southwestern portions of Illinois. That tornado watch in effect until 7 o'clock. So we can see right here the storms, not nearly as strong as if you want to compare it to like the Newton storm, for example. We do have one big storm down here. I want to focus on this one here for a brief moment as we're seeing the city of Cairo with an observed tornado. This is producing large apple-sized hail. This tornado warned storm is. And as you can see, confirmed tornado near Cairo moving east at 55 miles per hour. This storm, before I hopped on here, this storm produced twin tornadoes during its tornado genesis. And you don't see that too often with tornadic storms, but it does happen. But this one produced two little tiny twin tornadoes. And then it just, one of the tornadoes dissipated. And then what they usually say is like the parent tornado kind of took over. But there's a tornado in deep southern Illinois that's moving into Kentucky. In fact, Paducah is in the tornado warned area. Here's the radar site, by the way, out of Paducah. We'll take a little bit of a closer look at it. So that's the reflectivity data, but the velocity of it right there, that's where it's at. As we take a look here, that's where the storm is at right there. That's where that tornado warned area of the storm is at, just near the Cairo area. So Paducah is over here, by the way. There's Lovelacetville. There's Lone Oak. This is I-24. So if you know someone down there in Paducah, here's Brookport, by the way, just across the river. But But if you know someone in the Paducah area, may want to give them a heads up about it. Here's Kevel, by the way. So, but that storm produced softball-sized hail earlier, guys, and it's producing large apple size. And I'll pull this up again. Hail 3-inch diameter, large apple size, and that tornado is observed and it's confirmed. So I want to talk about that storm real quick, and it's been that way for a while. Let's go ahead and go back here to the Evansville radar site, and we'll show you here the reflectivity data of the Newton storm, the Jasper County storm. Right now approaching St. Marie. If there is a positive to this, it's moving over a fairly rural area. And let's see if there's an update of this tornado warning. So far, 7 miles south of Newton, moving east at 45 miles per hour. It has slowed down a little bit. Time right now is 4:40. So for St. Marie, it's about 5 minutes away from now. But if you know anyone who lives in that St. Marie area, also, I know Oblong, Stoy, Robinson, Palestine is not in the tornado warning polygon, but if you know someone who is up there in that area, I would say, may want to text them, give them a call and say, you got a storm coming your way that has shown signs of rotation, and it has shown signs of rotation, but still radar indicated tornado warning at this time in Jasper County. Let's take a look here at the velocity data. Still see some rotation with it. Play back here the animation. And there may be where it's kind of two different spots. You got this right here, which I think this is the main part of it. But you have this area right here too near Willow Hill. So again, could be doing with a couple of spots where again, you could have one rotation maybe start to fizzle out and then another one's going to probably take over, but does happen. But we'll see though. But definitely for sure, I think this one is the main one so far. And we just played back the animation, showed you that. Oh, if you want to say hi in the live chat, you can. I know it's quiet in the Fairfield area, but if you want to say hi and like where you're watching from, love to hear from you guys. And looks like okay. Now they've given a tornado warning, just popped up on the screen there for northern Lawrence County, Crawford County, southeastern Jasper, northeastern Richland County. Tornado warning in effect until 5:15 of 4:41. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near St. Marie, 7 miles southeast of Newton, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Against radar indicated threat, tornado warning, radar indicated rotation. Again, danger storm will be near St. Marie, as I mentioned, at 4:45. Time right now is 4:42. Robinson around 5 o'clock. Also got Flat Rock and Palestine. And again, folks, given the conditions of the atmosphere, given the conditions of where this area has not really seen any severe weather at all today, we just cannot overlook the potential that these storms have when they get to southeastern Illinois, when they get into areas that are untapped, where so far it's been quiet. There's still energy, there's still potency in the atmosphere. We're underneath that moderate risk for severe weather for a reason. So, again, radar indicated tornado warning. Again, this is for northern Lawrence County, Crawford County, southeastern Jasper County, northeastern Richland County until 5:15. That just came in for the National Weather Service in Lincoln. So, again, if you know someone who's in that area, in that warned area, again, text them, give them a call if they're unaware, and just say, hey, you got a storm that is showing some rotation heading your way. And so for those people in those areas, take cover now. Move to a basement, interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. You're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Time right now is 4:43. I want to go ahead and put a storm track. I was going to put a storm track on the Benton storm, but looky there. No severe thunderstorm warning for the Benton area, as that one has gone below severe levels. But we still do have some storms. We got a storm near the Breeze area. We got a storm near the Alma area. We just can't overlook these little blips. We got one in the Cobden area. We got one just south of Harrisburg. We got one over in Missouri. That's just west of Farmington. We got one over Sparta. So again, we still got some activity going on here at this time. As for the Cairo storm, that one is so far, that's been the big one here, as Paducah under the gun with a possible tornado in that area. Actually, it was confirmed, still observed at this time. That was at 4:27 timer. Now it's 4:44. So, but that one was producing hail up to 3 inches in diameter. You have a storm south of Harrisburg, between Harrisburg and Eddyville. So we'll draw this out here for you. Harrisburg is right here. We got Carrier Mills. We got New Burnside. This is Highway 45 cutting down through here. Got Highway 34. We got 146. Eddyville is right here. Shawneetown on the right-hand side. This storm just strong at the moment, but it is in that environment. And folks, as I mentioned earlier, I talked about how, again, I keep using the word untapped, and that's the best way to describe it. But this area right here, if you think about it, has not really seen any severe weather yet today. But it is something that we have to keep an eye on once these storms form. And even if you have little blips, what I mean by little blips is little showers that can actually form. It's actually where, we could see some storms develop in this area. So again, something to keep in mind about. We're starting to see the supercells. Could potentially see a line later on. Got the tornadic warning storm in the St. Marie area. Taking a look at it, starting to weaken a little bit rotation-wise. If there is any rotation, we'll be in this general area right here. So we're a fairly rural area, but again, it's a radar-indicated tornado warning at this time. As I'll play back the frames there for you, kind of see that rotation starting to fizzle out near the St. Marie area. Actually see how it was, you looked at south, the southern part of Jasper County. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Take right over this area here where it traveled. So draw that line right there for you. But it looks like, again, that rotating part of the storm is weakening. But again, could always cycle back. So you just can't let our guard down. Can't overlook anything. Let's take a look down to our south. I confirmed tornado in the Cairo area in case you just joined me here. This one's been producing 3-inch size hail, which is large apple size. Did produce softball size hail earlier, had twin tornadoes earlier. But right now that storm, again, just continues to chug along to the east. And if you guys look here, you see this part of the storm right here. That's where the rotation part of the storm is. This is a classic supercell. Classic supercell. Again, confirmed tornado southwestern side. You have the inflow right here. And it's definitely, again, this is just textbook supercell. And so, again, if you know anyone in Paducah area, still got time. If you know anyone, Paducah, there's Brookport. There's Metropolis, by the way, over here. There's Kevel. This right here, where I'm going to circle you, is the Paducah radar site. And this is over the Wickliffe areas where this is at. And there's already storm chasers down there that I've been watching their footage. See if there's any updates on this. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, moving east at 55. So, timer now is what, 4:48? Been about a little over 20 minutes now from an update, but it did have a little bit of trouble trying to spawn a twister earlier. And let me see. That was a little bit pixel. Let's see what Paducah's showing. You can see right here. It's part of the storm right there. That's where again that confirmed tornado was at. Take the velocity data. This area right here. Now let's see if there's a correlation coefficient with this. Not really seeing anything that jumps out at me. See this again. Was something that would be right here in this area, so pretty close to Mount City, Cairo area. So but it is not, the correlation coefficient on this not as strong as was earlier, but still though that's a wicked looking storm though. You have a severe thunderstorm warning for a cell that's still in Missouri in the Farmington area, but they have extended it over to Chester area. Let's take a look at this real quick. This is from the St. Louis National Weather Service over there. Again, this is until 5:30. Central Randolph County, St. Genevieve. 447, severe storm located over Park Hills near Farmington, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Again, these storms have been moving. We saw that one was moving about 45. But this one, these storms been, the speed has been about 55 to 60. 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter size tail, radar indicated. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roof siding and trees. Chester, Evansville. That's Evansville, Illinois. There is an Evansville, Illinois. Been there before. Kaufman, Kaskaskia. It's I-55. So again, that's a severe thunderstorm warning. Also, by the way, too, guys, I've not seen anything about this yet, but if there are any shelters that you know of, like any businesses, organizations that do, churches that have shelters, like they've opened up the doors, you can go ahead and post it here on the live chat. We got some people watching, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mills Prairie, between Mill Shoals and Burnt Prairie, I think they've opened their doors for shelters tonight. I'm not sure if anyone else, but I tell you what, I've noticed it this year, and going back to the mid-March severe weather event we had, I was glad to see the churches, the businesses, organizations open up their places for shelter, because again, there's people who just do not have a place to go to for shelter, and not everyone has a basement, not everyone has a storm cellar, and so to see the doors open for that, I think is outstanding. And the businesses, churches, organizations who do that, many kudos to you. Hi, Moss. So far, Moss, nothing threatening Wayne City at the moment. But if you want to crank up some REO Speedwagon and ride the storm out, any rain-related songs, Prince, Purple Rain, any rain-related tunes, have like a storm party, I don't know. You can actually do that. I'm just trying to think of songs right off the top of my head. Moss, I've seen you run. You can run faster than me. Should we there's no way. I disagree with what you just said. Hi, Anita. Sisney Christian, thank you. Yeah, Sisney Christian's one of them. Again, post on the live chat if you know of any churches, organizations that do have shelters that are open. Eddie Rabbit, I love a rainy night. Back in 1980. Eddie Rabbit, I know this is weather here, but while we have a moment, he is not inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame yet. He needs to be, my opinion. Had a heck of a career. He needs to be inducted. Do have some rain, by the way, just to our south. So far, not severe. Unfortunately for us, though, these storms, it seems like when they cross 57 and they get to our area, it seems like they weaken it, with the exception of the Newton storm, and we'll go back to it in a moment. But they've just been having a hard time getting going. We do have a storm over here just west of Pinckneyville. We got this storm over at Missouri. It's moving this way. Still a lot of miles to go before it gets to our area, but so an update here on the tornadic storm to our north of us in Robinson area. 4:51. That was 3 minutes ago. A severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Oblong. 7 miles southwest of Robinson, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball sized hail with this one. So 1.5 inches. Radar indicated rotation at this time. Time right now is 4:54. Should be in the Robinson area, and then Palestine around 5 o'clock. Also got Duncanville, Trumbull, Stoy, Crawford County Airport, Merrim as well. That'll be along the Indiana border. But again, radar indicated tornado warning for Crawford County until 5:15. Again, ping pong ball sized hail. The biggest so far we've seen from the severe weather outbreak has been softball sized. That is 4-inch diameter hail. And I'll pull that up here in a moment. That's with the storm that's moving through the Cairo area into western Kentucky now. The highest, in case you're wondering, the highest hail size that I have seen when it comes to all these reports over the years has been DVD-sized hail. I saw that in Texas. That is actually 5-inch diameter hail. I really have to say this. I see this person's watching, and I hope she is. It's a Jenna jam. She's probably laughing. All right. Anyway, as precaution and preparedness action, if you're in Crawford County again, radar indicator rotation, but still has shown rotation in the hook side of the cell. So again, so if you know anyone in Crawford County, you got a cell that is got some rotation with it. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room in the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. I'm going to go ahead and pull up here for a moment about the hail size in comparison here. So I'm going to move away from the radar view for just a moment. But this is what I'm talking about. This is from weather.gov. So when we're talking about, softball size, anything that's quarter size or larger is considered to be severe. So we see hail that's like pea-sized, dime-sized, penny-sized. That's not severe criteria. That's just, small hail. But anything quarter size or larger, and like, for example, the Crawford County storm is dropping 1.5 inches in diameter of ping pong ball-sized hail. And as you can tell here, just, the higher the number, the bigger it gets. And really the damage, the higher damage it can cause. So just something to keep in mind about. I talked about the softball-sized hail earlier. It's 4-inch in diameter. I have seen grapefruit size in the past. Again, I've seen DVD-sized hail that the National Weather Service has released in their reports over the years. So, but we certainly have. You actually did, but that's an example right there, guys. So I hope that helped out. Jenna, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Think of you highly. Jenna was one of our great student athletes here on campus, and who was a great ambassador for us at Frontier. And miss you, Jenna. At least it made you laugh. That's good. Hey, anything for a laugh, anything for a smile, right? Yes, Sonny, I know. And by the way, thanks, Sonny. I appreciate that. Cousin Sonny on the live chat. There needs to be a pickleball comparison. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'll see if I can maybe create a graphic that has pickleball on it. It'll take some time, but I know I can do it. Severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, for areas north of Vincennes, Sullivan area. It's kind of going around the horn a little bit. As for the Paducah storm, since I've been talking about it, it's moving right now over the radar site. And I want to see what the update is on this one. Okay, still confirmed on the ground. That was at 4:52. Moving east to 45 miles per hour. Weather spotters did confirm tornado. Baseball-sized hail was reported in Barlow, Kentucky. Baseball-sized hail. So time right now is 4:58. This will be moving into the Paducah, Lone Oak, West Paducah around 5 o'clock, Brookport around 5:10. So also Kevel as well. But this Paducah in line for a tornado that's confirmed on the ground still and still on the ground. La Center, by the way, I mentioned that La Center is over here. Here's Paducah. This is the radar site, and that tornado was close to the airport and the radar site over there. Um, Here's Brookport, by the way. Those of you been in the Paducah area, like I have, you may know the Brookport Bridge. Um, the Metropolis over here. The tornado should remain south of Metropolis. Should remain south of there. Here's West Paducah, by the way. I'm just drawing a bunch of circles here, I know. Here's Lone Oak. This is I-24. And that is that's a big main artery. And then you have 45. What I mean by big main artery is that's where you see a lot of people travel. I've seen I-24 get busy in the Paducah area. So going down there with friends and stuff and praying for Paducah because National Weather Service down there in Paducah, I've seen the reports to do a fantastic job over the years. Let's see. One of them is, I used to remember his name. I want to say, I think it was Rick Shankwin, I think. He used to be the lead forecaster down there. He's retired now. But he actually came to Frontier one time for a weather spotter class. That was years ago. And it was actually, he did a great job with it. Fairfield, you're over here, by the way. We got Mount Carmel. Albion, you guys are over here. Flora, you're over here. Mount Vernon, all quiet for now. McLeansboro getting some rain. Here's Carmi over here. Evansville, you're down here. So far, anyway, these areas, really quiet. Obviously, we've got the Crawford County storm up here. We do have another severe thunderstorm down here in Missouri, but we also got one in the Pinckneyville area we're keeping an eye on. We also have Tamalco in this area, Breeze area, keeping an eye on that. We do have some more development in the Van Buren area. So here's Van Buren. Those of you that go down the Current River, be right there in that area. Went down there years ago, back in 2020. Some friends down there. Did it once. I can say I've done it. I can say I went tubing down Current River. I know my buddy Moss is still on here, but I was hoping Moss would quote more rain songs than that, but oh well. Yeah, this Paducah storm is looking nasty. See what it's because it's over the radar site. It may be kind of hard to see where it's at, but if anything, it's close. It's right over the radar site. So it looks like the radar's still operational, but man, that's a close shave. I remember years ago, actually not years ago, I mean last year, I remember the remnants of Beryl. Remember Beryl, the hurricane? It was hurricane down there, and I think it was the Caribbean, I think, and then it migrated northward through here and it produced that tornado, if you recall. That tornado just kind of went this way, like to the north. I remember going on vacation just a few days after that happened, and but I do remember that storm. The storm that's moving into Chester has a tornado possible tagged with it. Something we'll have to keep an eye on here. It's moving east at 60 miles per hour. It's producing golf ball sized hail. Damage are considerable. Now, Moss, your job is to name off some rain songs, by the way. Be given one job, Moss. Be given one job. Should be like, I ain't listening to you. Anyway, severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 5:30. Central Randolph, St. Genevieve. Again, that's moving east at 60 miles per hour. Golf ball size tail, 60 mile per hour wind gust. That's according to public reports. So, hi, Marilyn. I saw your granddaughter Riley was on here earlier. I don't know if Riley is still on here or not. She was on here earlier. I didn't see Riley leave a message. I was hoping she would. Hope you're doing good, by the way. Family as well. Yeah, guys, if you want to say hi in the live chat, more than welcome to. Love to hear from you guys out there in live stream land. And now we got they've actually issued the tornado warning east of Paducah now. Radar indicated, but large apple size. My goodness. That storm is just trekking along. 79 degrees, by the way, at the Robinson Airport. 80 degrees in Fairfield. Let's see if it's okay. Now we got an update of 502. This is the Crawford County storm. 502, severe storm capable of producing a tornado, was located over Robinson, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Tornado and 2-inch hail. It was, again, 1.5 inches, and now it's lime-size hail up there. So the storm has increased its hail size a little bit more, and now it's producing lime-sized hail up there in the Robinson area. Palestine about 510. I believe that's the home of Mullins Dressing, I believe. I think so. Also, the Palestine Rodeo, I went to that years ago as a kid. Duncanville, Stoy, the Crawford County Airport, Trimble, Merrim as well. Radar indicated tornado warning, but with lime-sized hail associated with that storm moving over Robinson. So as we take a look here closely, there's Palestine over here. Here's Robinson. Gordon, right where the intersection is. Here's 33. Here's Route 1. So that's where that's at. So again, producing lime-sized hail. Hudsonville, it's going to go to your south. But it's definitely hail producing for sure. Do have a little bit of rotation with this over in the Robinson area. So nothing confirmed on the ground yet, but it does have, though, a little bit of rotation with it. So there's radar indicated. And there's actually a severe thunderstorm warning on the Indiana side for it. But again, it's moving into an area that has just not seen a lot of severe weather today. By the way, Facebook live stream is public as well. Appreciate you guys' support, by the way. Been quiet here in Fairfield. May start to see some rain and all that. Over just south of Fairfield, so we kind of take a little zoom in shot. Mill Shoals, Burnt Prairie, Barnhill, Springerton. So far, light to moderate rain. Golden Gates over here. Again, just light rain for now. Still want to keep an eye on it for development. Never know. Again, it's moving into an area that has not seen anything yet today. Belle Prairie City, Dahlgren, you guys are getting some rain. McLeansboro, getting some light to moderate rain. Carmi, rain is starting to come in from the west. We've got Crossville, Grayville, Route 1 snaking all the way. Well, that was a bad move because my mouse almost went off the mouse pad there. They want to go off-roading for a little bit. Crossville, Carmi, snaking all the way down to North City. Route 1 right there. Also got Highway 45 right here as well. Intersecting down at North City. North City, so far, no rain for you guys. Mainly the rain's about from Fairfield all the way down about Highway 14. So here's Highway 14. So pretty much right between Highway 15 and Highway 14. Again, keeping an eye. We do have some strong storms. Got a little Silver, Tamaroa area. Got this one storm near St. Genevieve. Keep an eye on that one. That one's looking more potent. Farmington, Missouri area. By the way, guys, if you have any favorite rain or storm songs, while it's quiet here in Fairfield, and feel free to post it. I'm curious to see what your favorite rain or storm song is. Like a little theme. Why not? Like the Rain, Sunny. Oh, that's a good one. Like the Rain. Okay, I'll probably get as far as Nashville, Illinois with that voice, and that's it. Not Nashville, Tennessee. Sorry. So, trying to think. trying to think of a rain song in my head. There's just so many of them. It eventually come to me, though. It will. Paducah, by the way, having a confirmed tornado moving through the area. Now they're saying radar indicated at this time, but did have a tornado with it, producing large apple-sized hail. Hi, Brian. Fire and rain. Okay. Brian, good to hear from you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. So that one moving again east at 55 miles per hour. And this is down to our south, but it has been the cell that's just gotten a lot of attention. Had twin tornadoes earlier with it, like little tiny twin twisters, and it's moving to the east. So far for Fairfield area, pretty quiet, but so far the severe storms have been pretty much just going around us. We've had storms go this way. We've had some go this way. But so far here in this area, it's been relatively quiet so far. But again, we just can't overlook anything. And given the potential for severe weather, the moderate risk we have today, we just can't overlook anything. We just can't be caught off guard. Tornado warning for the cell that's across the river from Chester. Keeping an eye on that one. So that one's over in Missouri. Just got to look at the information on it. Be over to St. Genevieve area, Farmington. Ping pong ball-sized hail with that one. Jasper Crawford County storm was producing lime size hail up there. So, but this one right here is certainly one that is really growing. It's been getting some strength. I first noticed it when it was in the Viburnum area over here, and it's been chugging along that general direction. So again, it depends if it holds itself together. Again, I know it's got some miles to go, but again, with these storms, something could be long track storms as well. Like certainly this one right here, for example, Paducah, this one right here has really traveled a long way. Again, I remember when it was over here in Van Buren, for example. So, again, just given the right atmospheric conditions and everything, we are starting to see some activity develop over just to the south of Evansville. And that's what this live stream is about. This live stream is to help you guys relay information from the Storm Prediction Center of the National Weather Service. But so far here, it's been pretty quiet for the most part for the Fairfield area. But we are starting to see some storms form to the west of us. Ping pong ball-sized hail with a Crawford County storm. It's producing lime size, but still severe. Still radar indicated tornado warning for it. I was moving east of 55, so that's moving out of our area. Still got some rotation with it over in this area. At some point, guys, before hopping on here, I had actually filled a tumbler full of water and I left it behind. So I may have to hop off here for a brief moment to go grab it. I thought I brought it in here with me. I look around and I didn't. But there is something new I discovered today, and that is I didn't know Barg's Root Beer, they actually released a red cream soda that's actually pretty good. It's actually not bad. Zooming in on the Chester storm a little bit. If you know anyone, so I'm going to draw some communities. You got Chester over here. You got Campbell Hill. That's just where Trico is. Trico, I remember, I know that whenever Trico, when I was in high school, I remember Trico, Campbell Hill. They would take on Fairfield in football. Some of you may know that area. Murfreesboro's over here. We got Pinckneyville over here. DuQuoin is over here. So you got this storm right here, which is starting to gain in strength and intensity. It's looking pretty wicked. So definitely want to keep an eye on it as it's still in Missouri, but it's getting ready to cross over into southwestern Illinois. And we're going to go ahead and set the animation on this. Let's see here. Still kind of moving about due east, but you can definitely tell it's really trying to get that little hook out there as it continues to move its way to the east. So it's chugging along. So if you know anyone, again, Murfreesboro, Carbondale, Marion, Heron, there's Carterville, Benton's over here, Christopher, you got Elkville. Again, this is a storm that you want to keep an eye on because it's moving this way. Hi, Jason. Good to hear from you. Double D Burgundy. I don't know about that, but I do my best. You kind of see here too, and again, we talked about supercells here. You see that little hook right here. You kind of start to see a little, I call it like a little appendage at times, starting to stick out a little bit. And if you look here at the velocity data, you can see right where that rotating part of the storm is at. There's Perryville, Missouri. I remember saying Perryville during one of the last big severe weather streams I had on here. Murfreesboro, Carbondale. Chester is up here. Now, even though Murfreesboro and Carbondale is not underneath a warning at this time, but I know that we have some people from Fairfield, who may go down there for college and may stay down there during the summer. I know some people in that area as well personally. Again, they want to give them a heads up in case they're not aware that there's a storm coming in from the west that's certainly looking wicked, and it's moving this way. So I know we've got a lot of SIU alumni in Fairfield, for example. So, but there's people from Fairfield that moved down to Carbondale over the years, so maybe we'll give them a heads up about it. Well, we guys appreciate the support and encouragement. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Hi, Marilyn. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, Jason. I try to be a legend. So what I'm going to do is, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to grab some water real quick because apparently I left my tumbler of water behind and I'm starting to get a little parched, and I just ran out of this Bob's Pizza drink, but I want to leave this up here with you. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go grab my water real quick, and I'm going to leave the radar up here. I'm going to set the animation here. But I want to show you guys the big picture, and I'm going to set this, let me see. We'll set about 30 frames, and that way you can see how these storms have developed over time and how they've been moving to the east. And so let me go ahead and do this real quick. And guys, just give me a brief moment, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Thanks for your patience. Let me show you here. It's pretty cool tumbler I just got, by the way. I know the Blues hockey season's over, but Just got this tumbler in. It's pretty cool. Got it from the official Blue store. So if you guys looking for it's about 30-ounce tumbler, um, it's pretty cool. So um, again, it's insulated, stainless steel. It's pretty cool. So go Blues, by the way, go Blues. And also, if you've never been to a hockey game, I do recommend you check it out. I tell you what, it's amazing to me how those guys, how they on TV it looks like slow motion, like it looks like it's slow, but when you think about it, if you see it in person, they're flying around that rink faster. It's crazy. Speed of the game. Okay, I needed that for sure. We are starting to see some development here. And what's interesting, and let me go ahead and play this here for you. And I want to go back. Let's go 50 frames here, and you can kind of see how it's all formed. Um, we are starting to see this line. We're starting to see it just to our north, like in the Effingham area, Shelbyville, um, Charleston area. So we're starting to see the formation of a line, and even that Paducah cell, by the way, too. You can see how it's traveled a long way. Again, just a classic supercell moving through. And so as we stop it here, you can actually see how we're starting to see these storms kind of becoming linear a little bit. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for development. Mount Vernon, by the way, you are getting a little thunder shower as well. We'll zoom in on Mount Vernon a little bit. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate that. Good to hear from you. Boss Mike around, by the way. Keep bossing him around. I saw Mike the other day. He needs to be bossed around a little bit more, I think. Anyway. All right. We got Vandalia, by the way. Severe thunderstorm warning up there. $50 size tail with that one. Wind about 60 miles per hour. That one just came in from NWS and Lincoln. That one expires in about 40 minutes. So Effingham area, if you know someone up there in Effingham, Altamont area, I know they had a tornado up there in that area about a week and a half, a couple of weeks ago at least. We'll let them know about this, give them a heads up. Let's see if there's any. I'm not seeing any rotation at all yet on the velocity data, but reflectivity wise has really popped up. Tell it quickly, it's really just been growing. In fact, that was about 10 till 5, about 450, and now what is it, 520 now, 522? And you can just see how quickly it just went from kind of, being a little thunder shower, then bam, just all of a sudden just forms into the Vandalia area. So that's a testament to how quick these storms can form, and given the atmosphere and given what's going on today. The Crawford County storms, Crawford County, you guys are good. The storm has moved out and is now over Indiana. I know we have some people that watch up there as well. They get severe thunderstorm warning. National Weather Service in St. Louis for Central Fayette County until 6 o'clock. They get that one moving east at 55. Again, $50 size tail, 60 mile per hour wind gust. The radar indicated. But it is traveling along I-70 and, again, heading towards Effingham, moving east at 55. So Effingham, even though you guys are not in the severe thunderstorm warning, but with this storm that's already just been issued a severe thunderstorm warning, would not surprise me if Lincoln was to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Effingham County. So again, here's Effingham over here. Here's Watson. Here's Edgewood. You guys just had a storm. It's actually the one over there at the Jasper County, Crawford County storm that actually produced, had like a tornado warning for it earlier, but now you guys got a storm, another one that's formed, and it's right there on your back door. Signal over here, Neoga's up here, Shumway over here. There's Altamont, by the way. So, Again, Effingham County, would not be surprised if Lincoln were to issue a warning of some type for you guys. But so far, I haven't seen anything that's in terms of in terms of rotation with it, but it is producing some hail up to $half size, which is severe criteria. The storm that produced the radar indicated tornado warning for Crawford County now has oh my goodness, whoa, this really escalated quickly. Now it's a radar indicated tornado warning, but look at this, hail up to baseball sized for Sullivan County over in Indiana. And that's just 11 miles east of Robinson. That's near Palestine, and it's producing baseball-sized hail. That is, remember, this is the same cell that produced lime-sized, and now it's producing baseball-sized. So it has gone up. And you can actually see here, again, got the little hook with it. There's the inflow. Tried to get something going right there on that southwestern side of the cell. So, but my goodness, baseball-sized hail. And Robinson, Crawford County, you guys are in the clear. But if you're in Robinson, Palestine, and you're watching this storm, you got visual of it. It's got to be a sight that you just got to be thinking to yourself, my goodness. If there's any rotation part of the storm, it's over here. And it's over in Indiana, but wow. Yeah, baseball-sized hail. That's and that's what we saw earlier with the cell. Look at Chester here, $half-sized. Kentucky, the Paducah storm, by the way, keeping an eye on it. Radar indicated tornado warning, baseball-sized hail. And, that was one of the threats. If you guys recall from the stream I did yesterday, we were talking about the threats for the storms today. One of the things that was talked about was about storms having baseball-sized hail. And, we've got that, east of Paducah. We see that east of Robinson. And, again, now this storm down in Paducah has produced softball-sized hail. But these storms, when they get themselves going and they get an environment that's favorable for development, just look out. And that's what we're seeing here. So we're tracking some supercells that, right now are going. By the way, city of Indianapolis, severe thunderstorm warning up there at Indy. Got some people in the Carmel area I know. But this is the map right here. We're going to go back here a little bit, go back in time and show you how all this came about. In case you're wondering if you're just having to hop on here. It's how it all developed over in Missouri. And you can just see how the storms have formed and how long they've tracked. Severe thunderstorm warning for the Doniphan area in Missouri. Current River area again, getting a storm down there. By the way, guys, say hi in the live chat if you haven't done so already. If you have a favorite rain or storm song, I've had some people comment what their favorite rain and storm song is. So if you guys want to comment what it is, post it in the live chat. I'll give you guys a shout. Talking about the hail size. Earlier here, I had this up, but hail size in comparison. So talking about baseball size hail. This kind of paints a picture as to How big the hail can get. Now, we talked about, again, the threats yesterday when I was on here doing like a preview of this severe weather event. And I know that the Storm Prediction Center, National Weather Service, was saying baseball-sized hail. We've seen softball-sized today. That's the highest that we've seen. We've seen large apple-sized, which would be about 3 inches. Even though it's not on here, but again, some of the hail that these storms have produced has just been insane to me. And it goes back. I don't know if you guys saw there was footage of a hotel in Nebraska that got shellacked by hail. And it was just, the windows were busted, the siding, just like a bunch of holes in it. Went viral actually a while back. And it was crazy just how it was. So we have the storm over here in Missouri, moving towards the Murfreesboro, Carbondale area. Want to talk about this one for a moment, as that one's until 5:45 for Perry County, but for northwestern Perry County in Missouri, I should say. But again, moving east at 65 miles per hour, so it has picked up speed, and so time right now is 5:30. But if you know anyone that's over here again, Murfreesboro, Carbondale, Heron, Marion, Carterville, there's Highway 13, you got Highway 51, you got 13 as well, Highway 3. You may want to tell them, maybe want to give them a heads up. They got a storm to the west here that is a supercell. It's got radar indicated tornado warning with it, but certainly is strong, certainly is severe. And it too has a little bit like a little hook with it in the Perryville area. See what's velocity. Oh yeah, look at that. If we have any rotation, if we got something trying to spin up here, it's in the Perryville area. I know Perryville had a tornado going back to April, early April. So Perryville, I know, guys, I know. It's here it is again. There's a rotation right here, something trying to spin up. And that one so far, it's radar indicated tornado warning. Let's see if there's anything correlation coefficient wise on it. Not seeing anything. Not really saying that. What we're looking for is a correlation coefficient. It's where, you have the red, which is the rain, but when you have this blue and green, I didn't mean to do that. We have this blue and green together, kind of like in the shape of a ball. So like if it's just like as an example, it's like this. Okay, so if you have like the blue and green like this together, that's like stuff. That's like trees. That's 2x4s. It's like the radar saying, hey, this isn't rain. This is stuff, again, that it's not like, precipitation. This is things that are being sucked up to the atmosphere. And so far, though, if we have something trying to get itself going, it's in that area right there. But this is from the St. Louis radar site. But that is a tight signature right here. So something could be trying to spin up just southeast of Perryville. And I want to see here if just the frames of this. I want to see if you kind of see how, just by looking at the radar here, kind of is an example of how it's really kind of just going due east. So again, I know it's still over in Missouri, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up. For those of you getting Murfreesboro, Carbondale area, this is a storm that you guys need to keep an eye on. Would not surprise me if Paducah was to issue a warning for that area. Effingham, underneath a severe thunderstorm warning, Effingham County to our north until 6 o'clock at 5:29. Severe storm is located over St. Elmo, 12 miles northeast of Vidalia, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gust, half dollar-sized hail. This is radar indicated at this time. Severe storm be near Altamont at 5:35. Terminals 5:33. Effingham and Shumway around 5:45. Also got T-Town. The path of this storm, again, includes I-57 between mile markers 148, 168, I-70 between mile markers 79 and 99. So but severe thunderstorm warning for Effingham County to our north. Again, that's issued by the National Weather Service in Lincoln until 6 o'clock. Zoom in a little bit here. And we do have a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, for Murfreesboro and Carbondale. We'll get to that in a moment. As we see here, have dollar-sized hail. And let's see, am I on the St. Louis radar side? I think I'm on Evansville, right? Yeah, I'm on Evansville. So let's go with the Evansville radar site for now, and we'll take a look at the velocity data. I'm not really seeing anything that jumps out at me in terms of rotation. If there was rotation, I stress the word if here, just right there on the edge of it, but it'll probably be over here in the Altamont area. But again, though, it's starting to creep into that Evansville radar site area. Like an Effingham severe thunderstorm warning for you. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Murfreesboro and Carbondale, that area. Severe thunderstorm warning for central Jackson, central Perry counties. Jackson County in southern Illinois, that is. Perry County in Missouri until 6:15 and 5:33. A severe storm was located 9 miles northeast of Perryville, moving east at 55 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, and half dollar-sized hail. This is radar indicated. Locations impacted include Carbondale, Murfreesboro, DeSoto, Hurst, and Gorham. So again, severe thunderstorm warning, half dollar-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind. Again, that's for the Carbondale area. Carbondale, Murfreesboro, DeSoto, Hurst, and Gorham. As you can see, there's the new watch box, warning box, I should say, warning box. So here it is right here. There's the cell. Again, that southwestern side of it's got my attention because there was a little bit of rotation that we saw just a few minutes ago. It had a little bit of a couplet on it. And obviously this is a tornado warning for it. Let's see. Time is what, 5:36? So as you look here at that, it's going to be around 5:30. So that one was at 5:24. So, but again, that's radar indicated, but still, though, still showing signs of rotation. And I may have to switch a radar site here, but you kind of see it in this area over here. So, again, Murfreesboro, Carbondale, definitely a storm to keep an eye on. And that is looking more and more concerning to me, at least in this area right here. That area right here is where the rotating part of the storm is. So, but again, if you know anyone that's in Carbondale, Murfreesboro, again, maybe want to give them a heads up saying there's a storm that is showing rotation. And even though it's a severe thunderstorm warning for Murfreesboro, Carbondale, but you can see it right here too. It's really starting to kind of develop a little bit of a hook. And that's the one thing about these storms, and you guys have seen it here. And as we go back around it, we kind of go around the horn a little bit. We see how this storm that went over Crawford County, for example, how it's got a little bit of a hook to it, even though it's kind of weakened a little bit, I feel like, in my view. But it's still showing a little bit of rotation right here as an example. As we go around, we talked about Paducah earlier with that storm down there. We see in the Grand Rivers area, Eddyville, Kentucky area, we see a little bit of that hook a little bit right there. Classic supercell, it's the one that moved through Paducah. Prompted that tornado warning. Large apple-sized hail with that storm in the Eddyville area, Grand Rivers area, land between the lakes area. Tourist attraction, Calvert City in Kentucky. So, but as you can see here, guys, we're starting to see these storms. Again, that's something about these supercells is they have really, you're starting to see a little hook with them. Starting to see, try to see some development, try a little bit of a notch perhaps. Yeah, the Fayette, Effingham County area near the St. Elmo region. So again, there's these storms here starting to see them get going. And one of the things that was what was talked about was about the tornadic potential. You have 2 and stronger. So getting storms moving to that environment. Fairfield, so far, you guys have been quiet here. Do have a little thunder shower in the Wayne City area. Moss, if you're still watching, it's raining in your area. Sims, little thunder shower. So Fairfield may be seeing some clouds coming in from the west, but you do have a little thunder shower that's trying to get itself going there a little bit. Making these little blips, can't overlook them by any means. As we zoom out and take a look at the big picture here, I want to take a look at nationwide here. A lot of the activity so far, more like in the heartland, right where we're at, in terms of severe weather. 50 alerts so far, by the way, in case you're wondering. Take a look at the temperatures here. 79 in Fairfield, 83 north of Allendale, 81 in Lawrenceville. I thought yesterday was really, I thought the muggiest, most humid day of the year. And today I was mainly inside and on the road. But I tell you what, it's really where it's like a touch of summer, like a taste of summer, if you will. And with Memorial Day coming up, Memorial Day weekend just right around the corner. Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start of summer, and so we're going to be seeing some. It's coming up quick. Hi, Chris. How are you? Lots of wind west of Jeff. Has been breezy. We'll take a zoom in here. I appreciate that report, by the way. Any report is good. So here's Fairfield over here. Here's Jeff. Sims is over here. Lots of wind at limit up. Hi, Christy. It's the mayor of Main Street, Christy Horning, in the house. So. Hey, Chris, here's Jeff, by the way, up close. So this is the village of Jeff. So that's what it looks like, by the way. Like, zoom in. Zoom in quite a bit. We call it the Zoom cam, by the way. Zoom cam. This sale over in the Murfreesboro, Carbondale area, that one's turning to be a beast. Seen here. That cell, by the way, that moved through Crawford County, still producing baseball-sized hail. See if there's an update on the Effingham County storm. Again, that's severe thunderstorm warning until 6. See if there's an update on the Murfreesboro Carbondale storm. Yeah, it's moving east at 55. I want to check something here real quick, guys. I want to see something. In case you're wondering, by the way, as looking here to the west of us, we look at the St. Louis radar site. I'm not seeing anything to the west of us. I see Springfield, I see Kansas City. There's nothing to our west. So far anyway, it's quiet. So just give me a moment here as I pull up something here on my end. Just want to check out something here. Just give me a moment. I would like to mention St. Louis, that was underneath the tornado watch earlier. That has been canceled, by the way. Still got storms out there in the area and region. Keeping an eye on here for you. We don't want to overlook anything. But so far, all the activity has been to our north and to our south. But the closest storm that, we got a couple here at least. We got one in Effingham that's got a severe thunderstorm warning with it. We've got one down here in the Murfreesboro Carbondale area that's looking nasty on radar. So we've got a couple of storms that are moving through our region at the moment. But I will say so far, all things considered, if you're in a Fairfield area, only just having a shower like this, that's certainly, hey, you could live with that. You could just say, this so far we've only had rain so far, which is good. But when you look at all these other storms out here, I mean, it's just like there are communities right now that are feeling, they're feeling the wind, they're feeling the hail. I mean, we've seen already, again, hail, baseball size, softball size, large apple size hail. So, still got some time to go here. But at the same time, though, again, it's just something that, I was thinking about how so far we've been spared. Like, and there's been some areas that so far have been hit by these storms that, so far anyway, they're getting the brunt of this weather right now. So, but my goodness, when you look at these supercells in this region, I mean, they are just huge and they've got some power with them. And so, all these are textbook supercells. We still got the baseball size hail being dropped in the Sullivan Linton area in Indiana. Effingham, by the way, let's see if there's an update on that cell there. $50 size hail, still same update, but it should be in the Effingham Shumway area by now. We'll zoom in real quick. On Effingham, you get the hail core over here, just to the northeast of Altamont, moving into Effingham. So I know we got some people up there at Clay County that watch our live stream, So shout out to Clay County. I was there yesterday for a little bit. We'll see if there's anything about, I was talking about Paducah earlier, and I'm just wondering if, and so far it looks like the radar site at Paducah is still working. Of course, they had that tornadic storm that had moved there pretty close to that radar site. This is actually a 511. So is what Paducah said. Storms moving across. Paducah caused the Quad State area, Missouri, Southern Illinois, Western Kentucky, Southwestern Indiana. And the storms will have the potential to produce very large hail, damaging winds and tornadoes. The storms will form a line over SEMO and then progress across the rest of the area again. So, okay. I was kind of curious about the radar site down in Paducah. I was just trying to see if they have not posted any updates about it. 69 degrees at the Effingham Airport. And really, it's crazy again how it's right out here at the Fairfield Airport. It's 80 degrees. Up there, it's 69. So, of course, they've had some rain up there, too. Okay, so now we got an update here. This is for Effingham County. So, see on here. .547, a severe storm is located over Effingham, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Golf ball sized hail, 60 mile per hour wind gust. Again, the hail golf ball sized. And damage threat considerable now. It's got that considerable damage threat tag. It's the first time we've seen that. So Effingham and T-Town, about 550, moving through that area. People People and animals outdoors to be injured. Expect hail damage to roof, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roof, siding, and trees. Also got the Effingham County Airport. Also continuous cloud to ground lightning is occurring with this storm. So, but now it's producing golf ball sized hail over there in Effingham County. So Effingham, you guys start to see that hail core coming in on the west side. Already moving to Effingham right now. Fairfield, you had a brief shower move through. That brief shower has moved to the north of Albion, between Albion and the West Salem, Mount Erie crossroads right there. 161 extension, light shower right there. We're keeping an eye on that for you, kind of going around the horn. And now we've got a tornado warning for Carbondale. Let's take a look at this. Paducah's issued a tornado warning for central Jackson County until 6:30 at 5:49. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Altenburg, or 14 miles east of Perryville. Perryville, Missouri, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation. Trained weather spotters have reported a wall cloud with the storm, and it could produce a tornado at any time. So now we've got a wall cloud with this storm showing rotation with it. And so they got spotters out there right now. Again, dangerous storm being near Murfreesboro at 5:55, Carbondale at 6 o'clock, Gorham as well. So again, radar indicated tornado warning for Carbondale and Murfreesboro. High populated area, Southern Illinois University down there, not far away from the state fairgrounds and DuQuoin. So again, if you know someone in Carbondale, you know someone in Murfreesboro, again, the radar indicated tornado warning, but there is a wall cloud and it can produce a tornado at any time. So again, take cover now. If you know someone who's in that area, tell them to take cover now, because this thing can produce a tornado at any time. I'll take a look at the velocity data on this in a moment. But again, avoid windows if you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. So again, that's for Jackson County in Illinois, Carbondale, Murfreesboro area. But there is a wall cloud with a cell, and Southern Illinois University Carbondale is in that tornado warned area. So there's Carbondale, there's SIUC, there's Murfreesboro up here, Gorham, it's right there, Gorham's back door. Carterville, Heron Energy, the Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge, Crab Orchard Lake. I know a lot of people like to go fishing down there. You got Highway 13 that cuts through here. Also got Highway 51. You got 127. You got Highway 3. So again, this is moving into a very populated area. So Carbondale underneath the gun. Radar indicated tornado warning, but there is a wall cloud associated with this storm, and it can produce a tornado at any time. And let me see if I'm on the Evansville radar site. Let's go to Paducah. They may have a better shot of this. And let me see. St. Louis had a pretty nice shot of it earlier. Let's see. It may be a little too far out. And it's starting to get... If there's any rotation with that Carbondale area storm, it's right here. That's where it'd be at. So right there, there's Gorham, there's SIUC, and there's Carbondale. Looks like it's going to track south of Murfreesboro. But again, there is confirmation of a wall cloud associated with this storm. And again, it could produce a tornado at any time. So radar indicated for now, but something brewing with that Carbondale area storm. And again, I want to give a heads up to those at Marion, those at Carterville, Crab Orchard Lake. Let me message someone real quick about this here. give a heads up to some people down there at Carterville. I know. I'll have a moment. One of our volleyball players is from Carterville, so she just graduated Frontier and is from the Carterville area. So I just sent her a message, letting her know that there's a storm coming her area. So, but yeah, Carbondale underneath the gun. Again, this is a storm that has a wall cloud with it. Could produce a tornado at any time. So this is this is where, again, moving into a highly populated area. We had a good shot of it from the St. Louis radar side. I'm going to switch radars here. If we got any rotation, it's over in this area right here. And again, it's moving east. Again, there's Carbondale, there's SIUC, Crab Orchard Lake, Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge. You got Carterville over here. Heron Energy over the right-hand side. Murfreesboro, let's go track so far. Anyway, let's go track to the south of Murfreesboro, but close though. But Carbondale and SIUC underneath the gun of a radar-indicated tornadic storm that's coming in from the west. And so far, still radar indicated, but there is a reported wall cloud with it. And again, this storm right here in this area right here. So it's right here in this area is where it's at. And again, it's moving east, moving this way. If you know someone in Marion, may want to let them know about it. Okay, looks like there's an update to it. Okay, at 5:55, severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Grand Tower, 7 miles southwest of Murfreesboro, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball sized hail. So ping pong ball sized hail with this. Radar indicated rotations. We mentioned a few minutes ago there was a report of a wall cloud associated with this storm. Carbondale, Murfreesboro around 6 o'clock. Also Gorham as well, which looks like the rotating part of the storm has moved past Gorham, but still in that area nonetheless. So, again, if you know someone who's over in the Carbondale area, I want to give them a heads up about this storm coming in to them. Well, guys, thank you for the support, by the way. It does not go unnoticed. It's greatly appreciated here. Just relaying you information from the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center. Tornado warning for Effingham area. Okay, so we've got at least a couple of tornado warnings in our region. NWS and Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Jasper County, southeastern Shelby, southwestern Cumberland, northeastern Effingham County until 6:30 at 5:52. A severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Effingham, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. That'd be lime-sized hail with the storm in the Effingham area. Radar indicated rotation at this time. T-Town and Montrose should be in the area at 6 o'clock. It's a couple of minutes away. Jewett around 6:10. Also, talking about areas of I-57, I-70, I-57 between mile markers 157 and 169, I-70 between mile markers 91 and 112. So again, tornado warning radar indicated for Effingham County. Again, northeastern Effingham County, southwestern Cumberland, southeastern Shelby, northwestern Jasper. Hail up to lime size, radar indicated tornado warning. But again, there's a tornado warning associated with the Effingham storm that's moving through. And I know Effingham, I know you guys just had a tornado in your area recently, about a week and a half, couple of weeks ago. And it's another tornado warning for you guys once again. See if there's it's just update. Okay, I thought it did. I thought I saw something move and I didn't know what it was. So there's T-Town, there's Effingham, Woodbury, there's Jewett right here. Greenup, Toledo, not in the tornado warned area of this storm yet. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for Toledo, but on the tornadic side of things, not in that, for Toledo, Greenup, Casey, also Martinsville as well. I know that's where Chet Snyder, Coach Chet Snyder, that's where he's from originally. It's going to go north of Dietrich, though. Close call for Dietrich, but Dietrich not in the tornado warned part of the storm. But certainly, though, it is radar indicated it's lime size as well, showing that expires in 30 minutes. Let's see if there's anything velocity data-wise. And maybe, oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, this right here, that's the rotation part of the storm right there. That's a tight couplet. So this is 33 right here. This is Highway 40. And if we got rotation with this storm, there's a tornado trying to form. I stress the word if here. It's going to be just to the southeast of T-Town. And this one is going this way. By the way, guys, some of you may remember Marin Vaughn. Marin played volleyball for us at Frontier. Just graduated, actually. Just got an alert from her saying sirens are going off in Carterville. So, Marin, again, thanks for that update. Mighty Marin herself. Mighty Marin. But there's a couple with that. So, that's where the rotation's at right here. And again, going this way. So, again, I want to mention also some other communities real quick. We got Walla Walla, which I didn't know we had a Walla Walla in Illinois, but we do. Liberty Hill, there's Greenup. Also got Casey over here, home of the big things. But pretty much Hidalgo's over here. But this right here with that rotating part of the storm, that's concerns me the most right there. Keep an eye on it. That's what the Evansville radar site. By the way, PDS tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation. This is for the same cell that moved through Crawford County. We talked about Crawford County earlier. It's producing softball-sized hail. There's an extremely large tornado on the ground in the Linton area, Linton, Indiana area, moving east at 40 miles per hour, and weather spotters have confirmed it. And this is to the west of Bloomington. So here's Bloomington, Indiana, home of Indiana University, I-69. I know this is out of our area, but this is a PDS tornado warning. But this right here, this is a storm that has a confirmed tornado on the ground, and it's dropping softball-sized hail. And again, this is the same cell that moved through Crawford County earlier. So, again, guys, we're talking about environments here. We're talking about areas that these storms are in. Radar indicated tornado warning still for Carbondale, Murfreesboro. Time right now is 6:03. No new information yet, but Marin Vaughn confirmed that sirens are going off down there in Carterville. Marin, hi to you, by the way. Hi to you. I'm going to check out real quick this storm just west of Bloomington, Indiana. I was going to take a look at it because I'm curious. So you see right there, this is from the Evansville radar site. But there it is. It's over 231. That's a major highway right there. Indiana side. And I want to see the correlation coefficient of this. So yeah. This right here is concerning to me. This part right here. That's very concerning to me right there. That's over Dixon. North of Switz City. Again, Bloomington, Indiana University. We're Breaking Away. Remember the film Breaking Away, 1979? Remember that? The bicycle film? Remember, it was filmed in Bloomington. Dennis Quaid was in it. Okay. Bloomington right there. This right here, that's the correlation coefficient of the tornadic storm. And that's a big one. That's a big one. Right here in that area. Paris, Illinois, underneath a tornado warning, radar indicated. And I want to see, let's see what Indianapolis has on that cell. Just kind of curious. Because that's the first PDS. Yeah, right it is. Yeah. They're in that area. About the same one as what the Evansville radar site had in that same vicinity. I'm going to see. Yeah. Same spot over Dixon. We are starting to see some storm activity in Hamilton County. No warning for the southern part of Hamilton County yet, but North City, you're starting to get equipped with some rain. Hi, Thomas. Thomas, I'm guessing you are in Fairfield, I think. Thomas, well, I'm sorry about that, Thomas. Here's Fairfield. So far, you're good. So far for Wayne County, nothing going on. Mainly the area, the activity's been to our north and to our south. So, Thomas, if you're in Fairfield, you should be good. And actually, that storm over here, that is the first PDS tornado warning I've seen so far today. Now, the one when it was the other supercell down to our south there, I'll show you where this one's at. This one, that one has an observed tornado with it. That was a 559. I know it's down to our south, but that one has not had a PDS tornado warning as far as I know. But that one that's to the west of Bloomington, Indiana, that one has a PDS tornado warning with it. Let's take a look at Effingham County again. We're just kind of going around the horn a little bit. Still got some rotation with it. I'm going to play this back here a little bit, show you. Kind of see, still towing that line. Kind of going this way right here. So, yeah. Yeah, for those of us here in Fairfield, I know it's quiet. I get that. But all things considered, we have dodged a bullet here so far. We have dodged an absolute bullet here in Fairfield. When you look at the Paducah area, when you look at what's happening right now just west of Bloomington, Indiana, when you look at, what has happened in Missouri, for Fairfield, we have dodged an absolute bullet so far. And I mean that because it's just like with all these storms that have formed here, it has just been crazy with these supercells. Severe thunderstorm warning for Marion, by the way. Northern Williamson County, northeastern Jackson, southern Franklin until 6:45, 6:06. A severe storm was located over DeSoto or near Carbondale, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Radar indicated ping pong ball-sized hail has also been reported near Murfreesboro. Bunch of communities listed here. Carbondale, Marion, Heron, West Frankfort, Carterville, Johnston City, Ziegler, DeSoto, Craneville, Cambria, Royalton, Energy, Elkville, Hurst, Pittsburgh, Thompsonville, Dow, Orient, Hannaford, and Freeman Spur. You're talking multiple routes. I-57. other important highways as well. The tornado warning expires for 21 minutes, but this severe thunderstorm warning just came in. Highway 13, Highway 51, I-57, Highway 37 right through here. It's outlining some of the important routes. It's 140, 148. I about said 146. Wait, that ain't right. But you definitely see multiple routes, high population area, heart of southern Illinois, Marion. Okay, now we got a tornado warning issued for Marion now. So tornado warning issue for Marion. This just came in from Paducah. Let's see what it says here. Tornado warning for Williamson County, southeastern Jackson County until 7 o'clock at 6:08. A severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Carbondale, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter, which would be lime size. Radar indicated threat. Again, this is the same storm they had that reported wall cloud associated with it earlier. So it's had a history of producing rotation. Again, this dangerous storm will be near Marion, Carterville, Craneville Energy, Lake of Egypt area. That's a high tourism area around 6:15. Time right now is 6:10. Pittsburgh and Creel Springs around 6:20. Spokane, Williamson County Regional Airport, and Stoneford. So I just outlined the routes here. But again, tornado warning for Marion, Carterville included with this one. Still got that little hook with it. Let's see, we're at the Evansville radar site now. I want to see here. By the way, starting to see the lightning tracker here. And the one thing that stood out to me is you can see how that cell, the one with that PDS tornado warning over in Indiana, you see how the lightning is really ramped up with it. And the same way with the cell over in the Princeton, Kentucky area. And that's something right here where we're starting to see some lightning ramping up on that hook side. This area right here is where the rotation's at. You can see the greens, you can see the reds starting to meet up here. Want to see if there's nothing that really jumps out at me yet. Not really seeing that ball like what we just saw earlier with the Indiana storm. But just to kind of help you guys out here, Carbondale is right here, Southern Illinois University, SIUC right here. This is the part of the storm that is really the most concerning. You have the Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge. Marion, you're over here. Carterville, you're over here. Heron, Energy, Pittsburgh. This is Highway 13. This is 166 that heads towards Creel Springs. I-57, Highway 37. Pulleys Mill, you are close. Goreville, this is to your north. But it definitely has the hook to it. I mean, again, we talked about supercells, and it's got that hook-shaped echo with it. And that's what they've got to watch out for. There's also a storm on its heels, too. Also, take a look at the Evansville radar site. This storm, not severe warned yet for Broden and Norris City, but this is one that's trying to get itself going here. So if you know someone in the Norris City area, I want to give them a heads up about this one. This one's starting to grow a little bit and even got a little thunder shower over Harrisburg. But obviously the Marion Carbondale area, that storm is pretty wicked right now. Tornado warning for northwestern Crawford County, northern Jasper County, southwestern Clark County, southeastern Cumberland County until 6:45. 6:08, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Montrose, 9 miles south of Toledo, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball size tail. This is radar indicated rotation. It's from the NWS in Lincoln. Should be around Hidalgo at this time, mainly traveling over a rural area. But this is the same cell that had that rotation I was talking about in the T-Town area earlier. I want to see if maybe it's showing that still. Let's go ahead and play this back a little bit. Still got a little bit of it, and there's another, maybe just from the warning earlier. But yeah, it is. Definitely see it. In terms of couplet wise, when I zoom in, this area right here. So still got that little rotation with it. There's Liberty Hill. Here's Hazel Dell. We got Yale over here, Rose Hill, Hidalgo. Again, there's Highway 49. Hunt City is down over here. Casey, this appears to go south of you. You are not in the tornadic warm part of this storm. It'd be to your south, but certainly though for the communities beyond that, is Moonshine in there? Moonshine. Where's Moonshine out? We gotta try to find Moonshine if we can. I am not seeing Moonshine pop up here on the map, but Moonshine, Illinois. I would say it's in that area. Population 2. Melrose, Orange. And this one is going to go north of the tornadic storm that moved through Crawford County earlier. By the way, if you've never been to Moonshine, go there sometime. You guys will really like it. It's about the experience. Storm radar indicated tornado warning for Carbondale, Marion area. Tornado warnings in Missouri. SL has traveled a long way. The one moved through Paducah. It's right now over near Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Timer knows what, 6:16? Okay, that was at, well, it's Eastern Standard Time, EDT over there in Indiana, but Bloomington, got a storm, Bloomington, Indiana, got a storm coming in that's showing here some rotation, yeah. And I want to see here, I want to see something here, guys, and certainly still a wicked storm nonetheless. Tornado warning for Marshall, Illinois. Radar indicated at this time. Just north of Martinsville there. Go back down here to our neck of the woods. See if there's an update on that cell. 608. Lime size. Radar indicated tornado warning. See if we can pull up. Where Paducah may have a good shot of this, since they're pretty much there's nothing really interfering with them. Let's see if we can get. Yeah. So if we have any rotation over here, the Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge. Yeah. So that right there. And I want to see here something. I want to see. So we could really zoom in pretty tight. So Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge is over here. You've got 148, cuts through here. You get Highway 37 down through here. You get I-57 over here. Now, Creel Springs, I would keep it honest, and I'm just zoomed in a little too much, but Lake of Egypt is down here in this bottom part. It may be cut off a little bit due to the overlay and because of my big head on the screen there. But what I was going to say was, this is close. So we're going to zoom. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Wowzer. That's very concerning to me, guys. That is very concerning to me. There's definitely something that's trying to get itself going. If there's, that is concerning to me. That looks nasty on radar. Let me see here. And again, it's right here in this area. So we may have, and I know it's radar indicated tornado warning, but there may be a tornado that's trying to spin up just south of Marion, just southwest of Marion right now. And I tell you what, that's a nasty radar signature. Severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, not far away from us here for southern White County, southeastern Hamilton County, northern Posey County until 7 o'clock. 617, a severe storm was located over Norris City, 11 miles northeast of El Dorado, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Ping pong ball sized tail and 60 mile per hour wind gust, radar indicated threat. Again, ping pong ball sized tail with this storm. Locations include Carmi, Norris City, Poseyville, New Harmony, Cynthiana, Blairsville, and Monty. Includes I-64 in Indiana between mile markers 9 and 17. And that's all because of this storm that has formed in the Norris City area. So now we've got a severe thunderstorm warning. Fairfield, again, it's been quiet here. There's been a little bit of shower activity, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for our neighbors in White County to the southeast of us. By the way, say hi on the live chat. I know we got some people watching here, maybe wondering what's going on. Happy to have you guys with us. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Evansville radar site here. So this is the cell that prompted a severe thunderstorm warning over the heart of Norris City right now. Norris City over here. You get Highway 45 cutting right through here. Route 1. Carmi is up here. And the way this polygon is, Carmi it's just cutting through the southern edge of Carmi. And so severe thunderstorm warning for White County, southern part of White County, and just the eastern part of Hamco. Broughton just right there on the edge of that. But this is a storm that has formed. And it's starting to get itself going too. Be a fast-moving storm moving east at 65 miles per hour. Bev, hi, Bev. Bev goes to my church saying sirens are going off in Carmi. Yeah, Bev, severe thunderstorm warning for the Carmi area. Again, that's in effect until 7 o'clock. So it got about less than 40 minutes to go with that severe thunderstorm warning, but it is producing, according to radar, ping-pong ball-sized hail, winds about 60 miles per hour. But the way these storms have been going here, I mean, it's we got to observe tornado in the Marion area. Observed tornado at 6:20. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Lake of Egypt area, 8 miles southwest of Marion, moving east at 50 miles per hour. This is a PDS tornado warning. So this is the second one that we've seen today. The first one we saw was across the river from Crawford County in the Linton, Indiana area, west of Bloomington. This is closer to home here, guys. Radar confirmed tornado, and it is confirmed in large and extremely dangerous. And so Marion, Creel Springs, Lake of Egypt area, 6:25. Also Spillertown, Williamson County Regional Airport, and Stonefort. I-57 in Illinois between mile markers 46 and 55. Again, this is a large, extremely and potentially dangerous, again, potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. And guys, this is not what we want to hear, but this storm has a tornado with it. And ready to go here. Let's go to the Paducah radar site. And oh my goodness. This right here, that's and if what we're seeing here on radar, I want to show you guys this on reflectivity data. This right here, this area, especially this purple right here, I'm concerned with. That could be the debris ball right there, guys. This is south of Marion. Marion is over here. This is near I-57, Hudgens, Nielsen. This is the northern part of the Lake of Egypt area. Creel Springs is over here. Williford is over here. And there is a confirmed large. And look at this. That's the debris ball right there. That is the debris ball right there. I know this is a little bit slower here, but this is over the Hudgens area right now. It'll be updating here before long. But guys, we have a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground just south of Marion, Illinois. Oh my goodness. That's the correlation coefficient. This is what I'm talking about. Remember I said earlier about how you have this ball of blue and green, and what that symbolizes trees, that symbolizes possibly vehicles, that 2x4s. This is the debris ball. This is the correlation coefficient, and you guys have seen me use this before. That is the tornadic part of the storm. That is the tornado on radar that's moving through right now. And there's the debris ball right there, guys. That's the debris ball. It's confirmed. It's on the ground. Williford, this is Route 166. Creel Springs is down here. Rogersville, tiny village. Crab Orchard, Illinois, where Crab Orchard High School is at. I did a game there years ago. Boys high school basketball game there. Crab Orchard participates in the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament at Wayne City. Guys, this is a tornado that's on the ground. We have the debris ball that's circled. I'm going to call it DB. This is the debris ball right here. Crab Orchard, Rogersville, Creel Springs. And again, this is the supercell. And this is, look at this. Tornado emergency that just popped up here for Southeast Williamson, Southern Saline County. Tornado warning for Southeastern Williamson County, Southern Saline County until 7 o'clock at 6:23. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed near Hudgens or near Creel Springs, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Southeast Williamson, Southern Saline County. This is a PDS, particularly dangerous situation. This is a tornado emergency. And if you know someone in that area, in that purple shaded area, again, Southeast Williamson, Southern Saline County, take cover now. Radar confirmed tornado. Creel Springs and Carrier Mills around 6:30. Harrisburg around 6:35. Other locations impacted by this tornadic storm include Stonefort. So again, tornado emergency, damage threat catastrophic, golf ball sized hail. The tornado is observed. Guys, here's the debris ball right here. So I'm going to outline, I'm going to zoom in pretty tight here and show you. This is the debris ball. This is the tornado. Here's Creel Springs down here. Here's Rogersville. Here's Dikersburg. There's Delta. I'm just outlining these small communities. Palzo, Saline, Newcastle. Stonefort is down here. Carrier Mills. Harrisburg just over here, just outside of shot here. This is a fast-moving storm. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more here to get some of the areas here. So, Dikersburg, Rogersville, Palzo, Newcastle, Carrier Mills, Ledford. There's Pankyville, Harrisburg, the city of Harrisburg, right here. Delta, Saline, here's Stonefort down here. Here's Highway 45. 166. And this tornado is crossing 166 right now. Crab Orchard is up here. This is Highway 13. So again here, guys, we've got a confirmed dangerous large tornado on the ground. And this is right now just southwest of Crab Orchard. It's northwest of Creel Springs, right there in the Lake of Egypt area. And as we take a look here at the velocity data, there it is. There's the couplet right there. That's where that tornado is at. You can see the dotted purple lines right there. As we take a look here at the correlation coefficient, there's the tornado right there. There's the tornado itself. That's a big one. Guys, if you know anyone, and I'm going to outline this purple shaded area here for you, let me go ahead and do something real quick. Here's the purple shaded area. This is the PDS tornado emergency warning. There it is. That's a PDS tornado emergency warning. So if you're looking at this here, if you know anyone within this area, I mentioned some villages, Carrier Mills, Harrisburg, Stoneford is down here, Creel Springs is right here. This is the debris ball, okay, of the tornado that's currently on the ground. If you know anyone that lives in that area, call them up, send them a text, tell them, hey, there's a PDS tornado emergency, particularly dangerous situation going on in your neck of the woods. And there is the confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. As for the White County storm, severe thunderstorm warning expires in 30 minutes. The storm so far is south of Carmi, but we do have is a PDS tornado warning. For those of you in Fairfield, so far so good. Bloomington, Indiana, radar indicated tornado warning for you guys, but right now our focus is Saline County, and we have a tornado emergency. Again, confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed near Hudgens or near Creel Springs, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for southeast Williamson, southern Saline County. Again, this is a PDS tornado warning. And again, if you know someone who's in that area, please call them up. Tell them that there is a dangerous tornado on the ground. It's large. It's causing damage. We have the debris ball on the reflectivity. We've seen the couplet on velocity data, but this is a very dangerous situation. This is a very dangerous storm that's moving through here. Guys, this is what Doppler is all about. If you look at reflectivity, yeah, you see a big storm. You see the debris ball over here. But when it comes to analyzing the storm, when it comes to showing you velocity, you could just see how that's one of the most wicked couplets that I have seen all year. There is the rotating part of the storm. That is the tornadic couplet. And then as you see right here, the correlation coefficient, there's the ball. There's these are these are trees. These are like boards. It's sucking up damage into the atmosphere. This is north of Creel Springs. And as we play this back here for you in animation, you could just see this ball moving to the east at a rapid speed, and it's just heading towards Carrier Mills right now. Carrier Mills, Highway 45. There's the debris ball right here on radar. So guys, again, Carrier Mills, here's the debris ball of the large destructive tornado that's moving just to the north of Creel Springs. Creel Springs is right here. There's 166. This is Highway 13. Harrisburg, you're over here. Carrier Mills, you're over here. Highway 45, snaking its way down through here. And I want to go ahead and put a storm track on this thing. You also got Equality Junction, Old Shawneetown. Even though that's not in a PDS tornado warning, but for the communities ahead of the storm, got to alert them as well. So let's go ahead here and put a storm track on this. It was moving east at 60. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a storm track on this, right where the tornado is. Bring this into view. Carrier Mills, 9 minutes. Ledford, 11. Pankyville, 14. Herod, where Garden of the Gods is located, in that area, 20 minutes. Eagle, 21. Equality, 24 minutes away from now. Junction, 30. Shawneetown, 33. Old Shawneetown, 35. Sturgis, Kentucky, 44 minutes. Uniontown, 47. Morganfield, 49. Again, this is a PDS. Tornado emergency warning. It's observed. Catastrophic. Again, last update. Confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed near Hudgens, moving east at 60 miles per hour. This is just to our south here. Southeast Williamson, southern Saline County. Fairfield, you guys so far so good. White County, by the way, got the storm south of Carmi. Starting to move into New Harmony, starting to leave. But this right here, folks. This right here it is. Here's the rotating part of the storm. So this is an animation for you up close. You can actually see it. Still got that couplet with it in this area right here. Carrier Mills, knocking on the door of Carrier Mills with Highway 45 going southwest from Harrisburg. Taking a look at the correlation coefficient. Still see it. But right here in this area, we still got a tornado on the ground. It's somewhere in that area right there. As we take a look here at it, we have a debris ball with it. Let me see something here. Zoom in a little bit. Debris balls in this area. So here's Palzo, there's Newcastle, there's Saline, Stonefort down here, Delta, Carrier Mills over here to the right-hand side, Dikersburg, Rogersville. Okay, just got updated here. So now it's in the Palzo area. Again, there's Highway 45 right here. So again, PDS, tornado emergency warning. Southeastern Williamson, Saline counties. In the city of Harrisburg, Carrier Mills, Stonefort. Also want to mention some other communities as well in line with this storm. We got Mitchellsville, we got Rudement, we got Somerset. This is Highway 34, by the way. Cutting down through here. Got 145 as well. Again, just a textbook supercell that is moving with a tornado emergency warning with it. We have another storm that's fired up, Murfreesboro and Carbondale area. Yeah, these storms have been going. By the way, Bloomington, Indiana, tornado, large extremely dangerous tornado over near Bloomington, Indiana. Graceland, I see Graceland is on here. Graceland, if you can hear me, the tornadic storm, I don't know where you live, but I know you're from the Crab Orchard area. Just to give you a little bit of insight here, Crab Orchard, I'm going to circle it here for you, is about right here. The tornadic part of the storm is just to your guys' south. I see Graceland, who was one of our softball players at the college, just graduated actually. Great catcher, by the way, did a great job at the catcher position. Graceland, I hope this helps you out with your family down there. Hello to you. But that's where the storm is at. So Graceland, hope you and your family and your friends are okay. Carrier Mills. It's right here. This is Highway 45, snaking its way up here. A few minutes away from now for Carrier Mills. Harrisburg over here. Get PDS tornado warning. Let's see if there's any more information on this. Still at 6:20. This is in fact until 7, so we got about 21 minutes to go of this. Again, Southeast Williamson, Southern Saline County, tornado emergency, PDS. This is the first tornado emergency warning that has been issued so far today. We've had PDS tornado warnings where you see the red polygon, but in terms of the purple and the black, the stripes right there, it's the first time we've seen that today. Let me close out here. Looks like it just got updated. Let's see here on the velocity data. If we have any rotation, if we have a tornado, it's in this area right here, Carrier Mills, knocking on the door of Carrier Mills. Harrisburg is over here. We'll go ahead and just do an animation here for you just to show you how this has been here. So kind of see how over the course of time, the rotation of it, the couplet still there, but not nearly as strong, not nearly as pronounced as it was earlier when it was south of Marion. And just trying to find the silver lining in this here, folks. And it looks like it was updated. So let's see what it says here. Okay. 6:38. Time is 6:40. Confirmed large and destructive tornado was located near Carrier Mills, 9 miles west of Harrisburg, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Dikersburg and Carrier Mills. Weather spotters have confirmed the tornado. Be around Harrisburg and Carrier Mills at 6:45. Time is 6:41. Again, weather spotters have confirmed this tornado. Still got the tornado emergency. Golf ball sized hail along with this as well. And so other locations impacted by this tornadic storm include Stoneford. So if you know someone that's in this area, as I just mentioned, and this tornado emergency, which just got updated, again, to repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. But again, weather spotters have confirmed a tornado still being sighted, and it's moving east at 55 miles per hour highway speed. We're using the Paducah radar site, by the way, to slice through the storm. As I mentioned earlier here, folks, I mean, you can look at the reflectivity. You see the hook right here. You see that. But again, that's the thing with Doppler is that you can take a look at the velocity. You can take a look at the correlation coefficient. You get to slice through the storm and see what it's doing. So let's take a look here at the correlation coefficient. You can just see that ball as I was talking about. And you'll see it right here. I know it's going a little too fast, but you kind of see that ball right there kind of go into Carrier Mills area. So now I was talking about the velocity here for a moment. I was talking about how you kind of see how it really ramped up just in the Marion area. We still got some rotation with it, but I'm not really seeing that white like what we saw earlier when, again, it was just in the Marion area, but still we can't overlook anything here at this point. But in Carrier Mills, Harrisburg area, getting impacted by a storm. We do have a storm in the Carbondale area, by the way, Carbondale, Murfreesboro area. That one has a severe thunderstorm warning with it. It has a tornado possible tag with it. As for the White County storm, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. That was issued by Paducah here. I want to go ahead and mention this until 7:15 for southwestern White, Saline, southern Hamilton, Gallatin counties until 7:15 and 6:32. Severe storm is located near Galatia or 8 miles west of Harrisburg, moving east at 60 miles per hour. 2-inch hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. This is a radar indicated threat. Locations impacted include Harrisburg, El Dorado, Shawneetown, Norris City, Galatia, Ridgeway, Equality, New Haven, Raleigh, Omaha, Broden, Old Shawneetown Junction, and Muddy. That's a severe thunderstorm warning for those groups of counties right there. As you can see right there, there is the severe thunderstorm warning, as I was just reading it off here to you. This is the White County storm that prompted the warning. That is on its way out. It's crossing the river right now, already majority of it over in Indiana. Again, we have a cell over here in the Carbondale area we're keeping a close eye on. You have another big storm down here to the southwest, right there in the Mound City area. Under the gun again. They had and this storm near Hopkinsville area, that one, that's the same storm that spawned the tornado warnings earlier for Cairo and Paducah. Got a cluster of tornado warnings. Just kind of going around the horn a little bit. Just want to show you guys a little bit of the bigger picture of what's going on. We have a tornado warning north of Robinson. One just between Marshall and Terre Haute. So far for Fairfield, it has been quiet. A lot of the activity has been down to your south and to your north. But I tell you what, though, guys, this is like what we talked about here earlier. We talked about the moderate risk for severe weather when Paducah, when the Storm Prediction Center sent out the information, and we can see why. We can see why it was a level 4. We can see why. I want to check something here, guys. Give me a quick moment. I want to check and see if there's any reports. If anyone has like any imping reports. There was ping pong ball size tail reported just to the northeast of Carbondale. Also north of Carbondale as well. Carterville area about quarter-sized hail, half-inch. Johnson City dime size, so half-inch hail being reported west of El Dorado, and Galicia area half-inch sized hail as well. So okay. So again, tornado warning, tornado emergency warning, PDS, observed tornado, last update 6:38. Again, confirmed large and destructive tornado was located near Carrier Mills, 9 miles west of Harrisburg, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Let's put a storm track on this. Just going to focus here on this part of the storm. We're not seeing that debris ball like what we saw earlier, if you guys recall, in the Marion area. Pakeyville 3 minutes, Mitchellsville 3, Somerset 8, Eagle 11, Horseshoe 12, Derby 12, Equality 15 minutes. Equality not so far in a severe thunderstorm warning, but we'll see what Paducah releases here regarding Paducah, regarding Equality Junction and Old Shawneetown and Shawneetown as well. Junction 20 minutes, Shawneetown 23, Old Shawneetown 26. Morganfield, Kentucky, 41. Breckenridge Center, 42. And this right now, sorry about that. So again, this part of the storm, this moves through Carrier Mills, was responsible for the tornado, for the large destructive tornado. The reason why the PDS, tornado emergency warning, was issued. Now we just saw it go away. And let's see here what they have to say about this. Okay, update. Still on the ground at 6:46. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Carrier Mills or near Harrisburg, moving east at 55 miles per hour. PDS tornado warning. It is observed, still on the ground. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. This storm has a history of producing severe structure damage and could produce another strong tornado at any time. Notice the words severe structure damage. So we do have reports of severe structure damage as a result of this tornado. It's still on the ground. And again, this is for southern Saline County until 7 o'clock. So we got about 11 minutes to go of this PDS tornado warning, a particularly dangerous situation. Damage not considerable. The tornado still on the ground. It's observed. Quarter-sized hail reported with this storm. It's gone down a little bit from the ping pong ball-sized hail, but still, nonetheless, a supercell that's moving through the area. Tornado should be in the Harrisburg area about this time. Again, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground in the Harrisburg Carrier Mills area. If you know someone in that area, again, if you know someone in southern Saline County, again, tell them, get a hold of them, tell them that, hey, there is a confirmed tornado and it's moving to the east at a rapid pace, about 55 miles per hour. This is for southern Saline County. Again, tell them to take cover. Go to the basement, enter your room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. And folks, again, those words. The storm has a history of producing severe structure damage and can produce another strong tornado at any time. So, still on the ground, south of Harrisburg, the Carrier Mills area. This was the warning from earlier, by the way. I just want to bring this out here because this is when we first saw the PDS tornado warning. But there is a cell that just got away with actually. So we still got a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag in the Carbondale area. Severe thunderstorm warning for White County that expires in about 9 minutes. So got about till 7 o'clock here. I'm looking to see here if there's anything that's any other more reports of it. Again, as I mentioned earlier here, locally for us in Wayne County, we've dodged a big bullet here, but we do have a observed tornado on the ground about an hour south of Fairfield, and still on the ground, still active. Let's take a look at the velocity data of this. If we have any rotation, actually we do have rotation with it, be about right here in this area, just south of Harrisburg. Let's see if we have anything correlation coefficient wise. It looks like we do have, get a ball right here, just to the southeast of Harrisburg, right at that same spot where the hook-shaped echo is at. So we have a tornado. It's in that area right where I circled at. And we'll see here, again, thinking about Equality Junction, Shawneetown, Old Shawneetown, this area right here. See what Paducah does here, but no tornado warning for this area yet. But with this right here, right where the observed tornado's at, still on the ground, would not surprise me if, again, Paducah was to issue a warning for the area unless if the tornado weakens. But again, we still have this hook right here. Okay. Take a look here, a closer look here at some of the communities. Somerset's right here. So if we have a tornado, it's in the Rubin, Somerset area. Eagle, Derby, Garden of the Gods Wilderness. I'm going to circle that right there. Popular tourist attraction. Saline County State Fish and Wildlife Area. Kedron over here. Leamington in that area. So those areas I circled again. Okay, Garden of Gods, this may, unless if it makes kind of like a more southeasterly turn, you guys would be in line for it, but I'm looking at small villages, small communities, Eagle, Derby, Kedron, Leamington, in those areas. And, but this is a dangerous storm that, again, has a confirmed tornado with it. It's on the ground. It has produced severe structure damage. Those are the words that Paducah mentioned in their warning. Time right now is 6:54. Derek Dunn here with you. You guys, I appreciate the support here. We're still live streaming. I do want to say this here. Prayers and thoughts to those affected by the storms today. As we see multiple supercells. And again, guys, lives forever changed with all these tornado warnings. With the hail, the tornado warnings, we've had confirmed tornadoes. So again, prayers and thoughts go out to those affected. Well, we have a moment here. We do have tornadic warning storm. There is another storm with a tornado possible tag with this one, the Carbondale area, until 7:30 for Western Williamson County, 6:53. Severe storm is located near Craneville or near Carterville, moving east at 55 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour wind gust, quarter size tail, radar indicated threat. Has a tornado possible tag with it. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations include Marion, Heron, Carterville, Johnston City, Craneville, Cambria, Energy, Pittsburgh, Lake of Egypt area, White Ash, Williamson County Regional Airport, Culp, and Spillertown. Severe thunderstorm warning, but has a tornado possible tag with it. This cell looks pretty potent as well. Let me see here if there's got any rotation with it. It's going to be about this area right here, southwestern side. There's the Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge. There's Marion over here. Creel Springs is over here. Pulley's Mill. Goreville is down there. I've not mentioned Goreville yet. A lot of the action has been in north of Goreville with that confirmed tornado that was reported south of Marion earlier. But you think about how you got 37 down through here. You got I-57, 2457 right where they meet up at. So heavily traveled area. Again, Route 166 going to Creel Springs. So this is another storm that's on the backside. It's right behind the one that produced that tornado. And right now we're still seeing some rotation with it. Yeah, that's from the Evansville radar. So I see what Paducah's showing here. And yeah, it's starting to. There it is. So we got rotation. There's that couplet. Southwest of Equality. And now Shawneetown, Equality, Old Shawneetown underneath the tornado warning. Let's take a look at the details of this. Let me go ahead and pull up the reflectivity. Okay, let me do that. Sorry about that. National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a tornado warning. Southeastern Saline, Southern Gallatin, West Central Union counties until 7:30 at 6:56. Still on the ground. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Equality, 10 miles southeast of Harrisburg, moving east at 55 miles per hour. This is a PDS tornado warning. And so if you're in this area again, Southeastern Saline, Southern Gallatin, West Central Union County, PDS tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation. Take shelter now. As this is a radar confirmed tornado. This storm has had a history of producing severe structure damage. Again, Shawneetown Equality around 7 o'clock. Time is 6:58. Moving again east at 55 miles per hour, still highway speed. Old Shawneetown Junction as well. To repeat again, a large, extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornadoes on the ground. Still confirmed, still moving. So if you're in an area, take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. Let's take a look here. I want to see what the Evansville radar site shows for a moment, and we'll see which one has the better angle of this. So we have right here this area near Eagle, right there where Eagle's at. There's Leamington, there's Gibsonia. This is Route 1, by the way. Same route you take to go down to Cave and Rock. Kedron's right here. Derby's right here. Garden of the Gods Wilderness nearby, just to the north of there. Here's Herod, by the way. I talked about Herod earlier, but that's where this is where the tornadic part of the storm. This is where that tornado was at. So take a look here. Correlation coefficient. This is from the Enzo radar side, but just kind of want to get a visual. Let me go to Paducah for that. And let me see. Harrisburg, Carrier Mills, you're in the clear, but you have a storm to the west of you that is, it's severe. It's got a little bit of rotation with it, approaching right where I-57 and I-24 meet. Let's take a look here at Paducah radar sites to, if we can see about the correlation coefficient of this. And let's see here. Let me go back a little bit and see. And you could actually see the ball on this when it was moving through Carrier Mills area. I'm not seeing the ball as much in terms of correlation coefficient, but if we have one at least, it's going to be in this area right here. Again, just near the Eagle area, north of the Garden of the Gods area. That'd be in this area where the tornado was at. Let's go ahead. We'll zoom out. Put a storm track on this, going east at 55. There's potentially the debris ball right there. Old Shawneetown, 12 minutes. Morganfield, 27. Breckenridge Center, 28. Dixon, 39. I know I was getting into Kentucky here, but let's mention some of the communities here. Oops, my mistake. Do away with that. We have a tornado. It's in this area right there. Is Leamington, right there on the edge of it, right there at the back door. Gibsonia. This is Route 1. Again, take this to go down to Cave and Rock. Old Shawneetown, right here at the top of the screen. So mainly traveling over a rural area. In case you're wondering, Cave and Rock is that. Cave and Rock is down here. Cave and Rock, you guys are good. The storm is going to remain to the north of you. But if you want to get to Cave and Rock, you take Route 1. Zooming out, I'm going to show you the big picture. St. Louis, by the way, in case you're wondering, to the west of us here, so far quiet. A lot of the activity, again, has been over to the north and south of us here in Fairfield. So we've got supercells down to the south. Got some to the northeast of us. A lot of tornado warnings. In fact, 69 alerts so far. Earlier I mentioned there was 50. There's 69 right now. Severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Kentucky. Henderson, Kentucky included. Morganfield as well. Still got the hook with it. And this one over here in the Marion area, by the way, severe thunderstorm warning issued for Carrier Mills and Harrisburg. So Carrier Mills and Harrisburg, I know you guys just had that tornado in your guys' area, but you got another storm coming in from the west. This one is producing half-dollar sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind. So severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Williamson County, Saline County until 7:45 at 7:03. Severe storm located near Lake of Egypt area near Marion, moving east at 60. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, half-dollar sized hail, radar indicated threat. Locations impacted include Marion, Harrisburg, El Dorado, Pittsburgh, Creel Springs, Carrier Mills, Lake of Egypt area, Raleigh, Stoneford, and Muddy. Does have a little bit of rotation with it. Let me go to the Paducah radar site. It's a bit closer. It's the airport down there, 79, by the way. And Paducah. Definitely see, let me go back here. Oops, that was a storm from earlier. Let's go back a few frames here. Let's dial that down a little bit. But kind of see just how like this training effect is what we call it. So what that means is that these storms kind of going over the same area. So we could also see some flash flooding here too. I know there's not been any flood warnings yet for Marion, Harrisburg, but with two storms and again, that produced heavy rain. Would not surprise me at all if there were some areas that were experiencing some flash flooding. No flash flood warnings out yet, but certainly though, when you've had two storms back to back, and that's a big old cluster right there too. That's just a huge fat cell right there, and it kind of combined with the one that formed in the North City area. But again, when you have some storms back to back, it really just so anyway, that's what's going on here. So right now, 7:06, tracking some storms. Those of you in Fairfield area, I'm going to go ahead and check something here real quick. Give me a moment here. So guys, I'll tell you what, we have seen supercells. We've seen a PDS, tornado warnings. We saw a tornado emergency for southeastern Williamson, southern Saline County area. That tornado is still on the ground. It's just south of Junction right now. I'm going to show you guys here in a moment the latest in terms of the tornado watch. It's in effect until 10 o'clock. For Fairfield here, it's been quiet. Same way with Mount Vernon, by the way. But you get a lot of the activity down to the south and to our northeast. But I will say, though, that that this really, again, going in, we knew it was going to be a severe weather event. We knew that it was going to be where it was going to be moderate risk, and you could actually see why that is. So I want to show you guys this here, and let me do something. Give me a moment here, guys. Sorry about that. I want to show you some good news real quick. So let me do something real quick on my end. Okay, so this is an update regarding this from the National Weather Service in Paducah office. So tornado watch still in effect until 10 o'clock. Again, tornado warning, red polygons. You know, we see the one in there for southern Gallatin County, west of Paducah, and all that. But notice how there's nothing over St. Louis and Centerville. Those areas are good. They had the tornado watch with them. That's been allowed to pretty much expire as the main event has moved through those areas. So, guys, we are starting to see, again, the tornado watch that was issued for the west of us be discontinued. That expired at 7 o'clock, by the way. So we're starting to need the tornado watch until 10. But the storms so far have been to the north and south of us. And so I just want to show you guys that real quick. But if there's a silver lining to all this, is that so far for the Fairfield area, we have really dodged. We have dodged these storms. Um, and considering all that's happened so far, we will certainly take it. But again, a lot of lives changed here today because of the weather that has happened. Um, let's take a look here at this cell. Still PDS tornado warning incoming for Shawneetown and Old Shawneetown. Let's see here what velocity data is showing here for this one. I get to come up. See if Paducah might have a storm on this. Paducah with another tornado warning issued for them. Radar indicated this one's producing baseball-sized hail down there. So if we've got a storm, we've got a tornado. It's over here in the Old Shawneetown area. So moving through right now, approaching the river and moving into Kentucky. Morganfield, Uniontown, a couple of well-known communities in Kentucky. Got that storm coming in. That tornado warning, by the way, expires in 20 minutes. Let's see if there's an update on that. Still no update, but it was on the ground. It was large. Let's see if there's anything on the correlation coefficient. Let's see here. So far, I'm not seeing like the ball I saw earlier. But I would say, though, again, for the area, by the Old Shawneetown area, that's where we have a tornado. That's where it's at right now, getting across the river. Time right now, 7:11. What an evening here in terms of weather for our area and region. I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the support, by the way, too. Columbus, Indiana. I know there was that one over at Bloomington earlier. Let's get going around the horn real quick. Seeing what's out there. There's no development to our west, which is good. 79 degrees in Fairfield, 81 in Flora, 82 in Olney. Mount Carmel, you guys have been quiet. Albion's been quiet. May have had a little shower. I know there was a little shower that moved through Fairfield, but all things considered, though, this could have been a lot worse. But again, the affected areas have been to our north and to our south, especially the southern part, just south of us here, south of Wayne County. This one's starting to get a little hook going with it to the north right there, just south of Terre Haute. Tornado warning, still PDS. Okay, it's still on the ground. And this is for Morganfield, Uniontown, Henderson, Kentucky. Gordon, Waverly. Okay, confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Shawneetown, moving east at 50 miles per hour. PDS tornado warning. Damage rate considerable. Still on the ground. This thing is still going at 50. Weather spotters confirmed the tornado, so it's still on the ground. It's been on the ground since in the Marion area, and now it's the river's not going to stop it. It's still going to keep chugging through it. So Morganfield, Kentucky around 7:15. Breckenridge Center, Uniontown around 7:20. Corydon around 7:30. Henderson and Robards around 7:40. Old Shawneetown. But it's right there. Old Shawneetown. Again, golf ball size tail with this one. It is observed PDS tornado warning, and it's still on the ground. And then you have this cell right behind it because of considerable damage. There was a golf ball size tail right behind it. So they're training over the same area. And that one, little appendage sticking out near Creel Springs area. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to Paducah's site and see velocity-wise what it's showing. Not quite the rotation like the one in front of it is. Did show it earlier, though, in the Carbondale area, but still they're getting like a 1-2 punch for that region. Still got a dangerous tornado on the ground in the old Shawneetown area. So let's see here if we can get a look here at the velocity data on this one. If we have rotation, since a tornado, be in this area right here. Seeing some warnings being updated here. Gives the county radar site trying to slice through it, but it'd be in this area right here, the old Shawneetown area. Harrisburg underneath a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. That one was issued at 7:11 at the restaurant, but the time anyway, until 7:45. Restaurant, well, gas station, yeah. As we're seeing right here, severe storm located near Creel Springs, 10 miles southeast of Marion, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Golf ball size tail, 60 mile per hour wind gust. Radar indicated threat. So, locations impact include Harrisburg, El Dorado, Pittsburgh, Creel Springs, Carrier Mills, Raleigh, Stoneford, and Muddy. So, that is where. And this right here, looking at this, that would be the rotation right here in the old Shawneetown area. So it's across the river that tornado has the way it looks right now. And that is from the Evansville radar site. Let's see what Paducah's showing here. About the same thing, really, but same area, same spot, right about here in this area. So, yeah, Morganfield, Highway 60, coming in from the west. That storm is still going, by the way. That same one that I talked about that moved through Paducah, Cairo. It's near Bowling Green, Kentucky right now. It's lived a long life. Yeah, this cell right here, that one has just been formed in Missouri and still going. Crazy. So, guys, here's what I'm going to do. Time right now is what, 7:17? Probably going to end the live stream of this about 7:30. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm not seeing any development to the west of us. St. Louis, it's quiet. Springfield, Mo, it's quiet as well. I'm just kind of showing you guys the radars here. Kansas City, there's nothing out here. It's probably in the stream about 7:30. So, because activity in our region is starting to die down. We're not seeing the storms are locally. It's mainly more to the south and to the north, but also they're moving into Indiana and Kentucky. So, but this cell right here still has the tornado with it. The one on its heels, severe thunderstorm warning with it. No tornado possible tag, so just trying to find the silver lining in the situation down there for the Marion Harrisburg area. But that debris ball that we saw earlier, I'm ready to go back here in time a little bit, but that was nasty. So I'm setting this up an animation here for you. Time right now is what, 7:19? So this right here was about 2:20, about 2:30 in the afternoon. So you can kind of see how these storms have formed and, you know, where they come from, how they developed over the course of time. So, and even if you look at it from this right here, it's kind of like a wide shot of the storms themselves. Pretty good. We'll do this one more time here, but get a lot of Indiana. Kentucky's starting to feel the brunt of the storms right now, deep southern Illinois, Paducah area. But that is what's going on. Okay. By the way, the storm, I think I mentioned this size of hail yet, but the one is at Carrier Mills, Harrisburg, just got updated here. This one's producing tennis ball sized hail in the Harrisburg area. Damage that considerable. Harrisburg, El Dorado, Carrier Mills, Raleigh, and Muddy. Again, getting impacted this time by a storm producing tennis ball sized hail, winds up to 60. And this is the same area that just had a large tornado move through. And that 1-2 punch like I talked about earlier. Again, as I said earlier here, guys, prayers to those affected by the storms here today and this evening. Prayers to them. As for the storm that produced the large tornado at Marion earlier, here's the rotating part of the storm. Here's Morganfield, Kentucky, by the way. Here's Waverly, Corydon. Henderson's up here on the northern fringe. But the way this is moving east here, I do not see Henderson getting impacted unless if it made a sharp turn and went this way. But I'm not seeing it. But this is heading straight for Morganfield, Kentucky now. You can actually see this area right here, that correlation coefficient with it. And Morganfield not far away either. Just cross the bridge, Old Shawneetown, and then you're in Kentucky and a little over an hour drive away from Fairfield. So as for Gallatin County, you guys are in the clear. You do have, however, that severe storm. So as I said, that severe thunderstorm warning issued. Southeastern Saline and Gallatin counties until 8 o'clock. 7:22, a severe storm was located near Harrisburg, moving east at 65. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust radar indicated. Locations impacted include El Dorado, Shawneetown, Ridgeway, Quality, Old Shawneetown Junction, and Muddy. So that one just came down the wire from Paducah. Severe thunderstorm warning. That's on the heels of that one that has the tornado still confirmed with it, actually. And this tornado started about Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge. It's moved due east, and it's right here right now. So it's about, again, somewhere in this area right here. So it's traveled quite a bit. I'm just wondering here. The one thing I wonder about with this storm, I am wondering if it has had, in terms of track-wise, like for the tornado itself, you wonder if it was on the ground the entire time, or there were times where, you know, it'd be on the ground, it'd lift up a little bit, come back down. So, like the storm as if it would cycle through. But but this is observed and it's a PDS tornado warning. So it was at 7:10 and it's moving east at 50. So Owensboro, by the way, I've not mentioned Owensboro yet, but with the way this cell is right now, this may go south of Owensboro. Morganville about 9 minutes, by the way. Owensboro for your area, and then we got some people from Fairfield that live over there about an hour away from now. So, and that was again a speed of 50 miles per hour. Just kind of focused on the tornadic side of the storm. For Henderson right now, they're getting the storm now. Uniontown got some pretty good hail core up there that way. And there's the guys, here's Morganfield, and there's the tornadic part of the storm. We have a tornado, it's right there impacting Morganfield, Kentucky. We zoom in a little tighter. So there's Morganfield. Again, there's the rotating part of the storm. There's Breckenridge Center. To be honest, I've never been to Morganfield. I've never been to Breckenridge Center. One of these days I would like to at least, traveling through Kentucky, I would like to check it out. But that right there, in that area for sure, that's where it's at. I've been in that area, but I've not been to Morganfield, not to my knowledge. But I've been to Sturgis, though. Let's see. It's just right over Morganfield right now. So still got the hook with it. We're in the Morganfield, Kentucky area. So Carrier Mills, by the way, you guys are in the clear. Marion as well. Creel Springs, you guys are good. Paducah, though, tornado warning. Still in effect for you guys, but it's radar indicated. Bowling Green, tornado warning out for them. Still from that same storm. Wow. Baseball-sized hail. Southwest of Indianapolis, right about the same track as that one did earlier, that one tornadic storm did earlier. So 72 warnings up on the board. 11 of them tornado, 41 of them severe thunderstorm. So, but a crazy day weather-wise. Time now 7:27. We'll be ending the live stream here in a few minutes, as we're starting to see the storms move out of southern Illinois. Give you my final thoughts on this event as well, a few minutes away from now. It's not my video here, so I don't want to share it. But someone recorded the video when it was south of Marion forming, shot it with his drone, and man, that's an incredible drone shot. But that's a heck of a drone shot. And I tell you what, I've experienced with drones. I've flown drones before, and that's something too. When you are capturing a shot like that, and really when you have the winds, if you're trying to film a tornado, you have the winds whipping. That's when it's pretty difficult to fly the drone because it gets kind of wild and erratic. It can be, but that's a heck of a drone shot right there. Just happened to see that. I'll share it with some people here. Some people I know. That's a heck of a shot. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Speaking of the tornado in Marion, we've got the debris ball just south of Morganfield, Kentucky. There it is. Still on the ground, still moving. That's a correlation coefficient. There it is. That's the tornado that moved through the Morganfield area, Morganfield, Kentucky. Same storm that moved through that spawned the tornado in Marion, as I was telling you about. Moved through Shawneetown. It is in Morganfield, Kentucky, and there it is. And there is the debris ball. That's a correlation coefficient. That is a debris ball right there. That, like what we saw in Marion earlier, that's the debris ball of that storm, and there it is. So it's just south of Morganfield, like in the suburbs area of it. There's your tornado right there. Debris ball. There it is. And that's the thing with reflectivity. When you have a strong enough, storm, when you have a tornado that is strong, and look at that, there it is, same area right where I drew it. There it is right there. You can pick up the debris on reflectivity. So this thing's a powerful tornado. This is a strong one. By the way, apparently, that was a beast. Trying to see here, unless we got taken down, but that's an insane video though. All right, time right now is what, 7:31. Let's go ahead and pull back up here. Okay. Carmine, North City, you guys are probably getting some rain right now, a light to moderate rain. Equality area, you guys are getting hailed upon, lime size hail. Taking a look here at velocity data. If we have any rotation with the cell, it's down here in this area, but it's not as strong as the one, the one near Morganfield, Kentucky, with that confirmed tornado on the ground. But certainly, though, a little bit of rotation with it. Still a severe thunderstorm warning. And you can just see it right there. Just that's your correlation coefficient, just in the Morganfield area of that tornado. So, but and I'm gonna see here if there's any more. Yep. Confirmed tornado southwest of Morganfield. Head down the radar. Moving east at 40. PDS tornado warning. So it's on the ground. Still chugging along. So with the activity dying down here, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night here. I do not see any storms impacting, Wayne County. I don't see impacting Jefferson. It's quiet to the west of us. There's Nashville over here. I do expect the tornado watch to be trimmed. So I'm going to offer my thoughts here, and then I'm going to close here with this. First of all here, folks, I think when you look at what we saw this evening for the past, since early afternoon and even into the nighttime here, this evening hours, I will tell you this right now. I think I look at Wayne County, I look at Jefferson, I look at Edwards, Wabash, say the majority of Clay County, majority of Ridgeland to Lawrence counties. Like that area right there. I tell you what, when you look at the storms that formed to the north and to the south, that area right there got spared. All we had here in Fairfield was just some light shower activity. We saw that earlier, just a few hours ago. But areas to our south and to our north got blitzed. And so, I tell you what, I want to say this. Prayers and thoughts go out to those affected by the storms today and this evening. These storms are continuing to move into Kentucky and Indiana. They will continue to go along. I would like to mention that looking here at the data before I sign off here, and let me go ahead and do something here on my end real quick. As we zoom out here and take a look at the big picture for you guys, as you can see, nothing to our west. I've been checking the Kansas City, Springfield, Missouri, St. Louis radar sites. Nothing at all to the west of us. However, though, our next chance of severe weather appears to be early next week. I was looking at the Storm Prediction Center. If you recall my live stream yesterday, you may remember how I talked about how early next week we have a chance for the possibility of severe weather. This is for Tuesday of next week. We have a 15% chance of the possibility of severe weather. Still so far, obviously today was the day where, trying to get through the severe weather outbreak. For us here, it's winding down. For areas to our east, they're obviously under the gun with the storms coming in. But something to keep an eye on is Tuesday of next week when we have the possibility of severe weather. There is to our west for Monday, even a 30% hatch for central Oklahoma, 15% of that to the west. But I would say for Tuesday of next week, though, that is the day we'll have to keep an eye on here for the potential of severe weather. But still some details, still a little murky at this time, but we'll find out more after tonight because obviously National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, they have their hands full right now. But I do expect some more information to be released possibly tomorrow and even Sunday, where we have a little bit of a clearer picture as to, what is going to be like for Tuesday. So, but anyway, it looks like my live stream has ended, I think, or I'm still going. Looks like I'm still going, I think. But anyway, guys, just want to say have a wonderful rest of your night. Stay safe. Always be weather aware. Looks like I had some internet issues right there toward the end. But again, though, prayers and thoughts go out to those tonight affected by the storms. As we're seeing some lives change here tonight. So, obviously, let the emergency crews do their thing. Do not wander in those areas that have been affected by the storms. Let them do their thing. Don't become a hindrance to them as they're busy right now to our south, especially in the Marion area, all the way to Carrier Mills, that area right there, that stretch, Shawneetown area. So, again, law enforcement be out and about. So just stay home, go somewhere else as long as it's not been storm ravaged. So thanks, guys. Again, I hope you enjoyed this live stream in terms of like getting a severe weather coverage information here for you from the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center. That's what I do. You can support me as well here as well. So thanks very much, guys, and have a wonderful rest.